This episode of the Esoteric Order of Roleplayers is brought to you by Carolina Game Tables. The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers present Vampire the Masquerade, Giovanni Chronicles, with Desiree Valdez as the storyteller. Cheers with my tea.
Cheers with your blood.
Cheers for the teetotaler.
Tea for the teetotaler.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Long distance. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. Leader.
I'll pretend to drink because my tea's still too hot. Alright.
That's
Womp,
what he
womp.
says.
Alright, oh, yeah.
I was
I
about to
think
say, so is anyone else feeling their stomachs just dissolving?
Churning a little bit?
Churning? No, it's implying poison.
Oh, from the...
Oh.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
You can actually taste the glass shards.
That, aside from Blackjack the Kitten, I have to say that
That keeps
particular...
coming back to you?
Oh, yeah.
That was hard.
It was.
It was very harsh.
It is vicious. I loved it.
Yes.
The
Yeah, it's
floating
good.
skins
Yes.
were bad enough, and then
Right.
that was worse.
That was worse.
Well, we'll see how bad we can get today.
Okay. All right.
Because now we're living in a world of darkness.
Pretty terrible last time.
It was pretty bad.
It was horrible.
You were new baby vampires.
Don't like having blood spigots in your neck?
Oh, yeah.
Unless
I forgot all about that until just now. Great.
Well, do you remember...
some of us handled it better than others.
yes.
Look at this guy.
What?
Yeah, you were cool with it. You were offering people your vintage.
Yeah. Was I?
Yeah.
I forgot about that part.
You were just like, would you like some, etc.
Get back into it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you listen back to make sure you can really capture the best last time?
I didn't get to that part. I listened to a little bit, yeah.
All right. Well, on that cheerful note, let's refresh just a bit because I
Yes,
know Renae
please.
had to leave because this took so goddamn long. So I was very ambitious in thinking.
You make it sound like
No, but still. I want to respect everyone's
I would have
time.
stayed.
I know. No, I know you would have. It's just that I didn't realize how long this was, and plus I don't know. We'll see what happens with
Yeah,
this.
it's hard to know.
This is gonna be Act 2 of the Last Supper of the Giovanni Chronicles. Act 2, and it's there's 3 scenes total. So I'm hoping we'll get through all of them. And then there's Act 3, which is actually like such a small thing that we're definitely not going to be able to do it, unfortunately. So it'll probably be a
prelude to the next one.
Anyway, it is odd. So all of that being said, let's review where we were at last. So previously, you remember,
Yes.
you were. Let's work our way back.
Do we have a date? Like, what's 1444?
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
So the last time we were embarking with these characters or working with these characters, we were you were all in a carriage, making your way to you do not know where.
Oh.
You were taken by Hardstadt, this tall, strapping dude who is
Strapping mensch.
he is an Ubermensch. He's he's something. He's just very tall, very tough.
My god, that's a lot of NPCs.
Yeah.
Always Hardstadt, in case you're wondering, because he's going to
right.
figure pretty much in a lot of this first part.
That
So-
was such a Good character photo.
I can't look at him without thinking of the blood tear from James.
Oh, I was just thinking he was fucked up.
Yeah, from Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Like Valhalla Rising.
Yeah. So that's Hardstadt. He's captured you all. I know. He's captured you.
He's captured us all.
He's
and our
captured your
hearts
hearts.
as well.
Yes. So he's captured you, and he's taking you to you not really exactly sure where. You were last though at Giovanni's manse. You were at his castle, and he and the conspirators were having a feast of you. Your souls and your bodies.
They love to have us for dinner.
Yes, they only drink. They don't drink
Wine.
And so you were shackled into the carriage. It's taken you a night and a day to get to this castle.
Right.
There are attendants who've been bleeding you if you've been acting out of order. Some of you have enjoyed it more than others. And others of you have probably been drained completely just for funsies.
Okay.
So let's review really quickly your characters so we can get all on the same page and you can know which powers, i.e. skills, etc., you can activate and what your strengths are, etc. And so we can just clarify all of that before we get started. All right, so we are starting with, we'll start to my left here with Larkins, and you have, tell us about your character, your nature, demeanor, attributes, all that fun stuff.
My name is Werner. I'm a bloodaholic. And
Hi, Werner.
Hi, Werner.
Hello.
or soon to be. I'm a epileptic barber surgeon.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Yeah, it is.
and let's see.
Who's your sire?
Early 30s. Sire is Lady Theophana. Thank you. I didn't write that down.
Oh, yeah, I
So
need to write that down.
You'll each be getting your sire's,
thank Ayol. And
except for the Tremere. I wasn't prepared. I'm sorry.
what?
Okay.
You don't have a Tremere sire?
No, I mean I have his info, but I don't have
Oh,
a
you don't have a
picture of him. I
picture.
feel bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, they're very mysterious. Those Tremere.
They are. They don't
So
like when
there you
pictures
go.
taken.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what's there to say about Werner? He's he's very good at what he does, which is bleeding people and cutting hair. And he's a bit of an itinerant. And upon assuming vampire form, he will be extremely perceptive and extremely stealthy.
Oh, perceptive and stealthy?
Yes.
What are your...
Aspects 2, obfuscate 2.
oh, that's good. Okay. All right. Great. Is there anything else you want?
I'm very well connected. I have lots of contacts. I'm fairly well off.
Okay, great. All right, great. And is there any questions that you have about anything? Okay, let me get your generation here.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was a question, actually.
Your generation is... So this is however many generations your sire is away from Cain, who was the first vampire. You are 7th.
7.
Damn.
What does that mean?
That's good. So the lower the generation, the more powerful you actually are.
He's the 7th son of the 7th son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of these are all 6th, I think. Okay.
Yeah. Cain's blood supposedly is more potent closer you are to Cain. So
Yes.
Haven't been deleted yet.
No. No. Not like some. Okay. Now we're gonna go to Renae. I don't know if you're ready to do it, because then I can go to Jen and then.
No, I can.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right.
If abbreviated is okay.
That's fine.
All right.
Yeah. So whatever you know, and then I can fill in some blanks for you.
Yes, please. And
Okay.
correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure. No, it's fine.
If I'm missing-
So
I am
Renae,
a man. Wrong.
Right off the bat.
so you were you're
Antonius Offridus.
yes.
Yep. And I follow the path of blood. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Excellent.
Yes. You are following the path of blood.
Yeah. I specialize in blood magic. Oh, but I have a job as a tailor.
Okay. So you were a tailor in your past life.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A long time ago. And I'm a cold-blooded killer.
Okay.
My nature is monstrous. So
Damn.
yeah.
Damn.
I also, my demeanor is judgmental.
Damn!
Yeah,
You're a judgmental monster!
Yes! So even whether or not I'm actually judging you, I have an expression of judgment.
Right,
Constantly.
right.
You know the type.
I'm silently judging you.
Right.
Yeah, you're playing Tom Cruise, basically.
Oh yeah. Now I'm really scared.
In Magnolia. You should be scared.
Yes, Tom Cruise.
In
fictional
Magnolia.
character in Magnolia.
I'm silently judging you. Okay, so that's really good to know. Wait, what's your nature and demeanor? What did you say?
Oh, yeah, my demeanor. This explains the serving my blood up. Creepshow is my demeanor.
Okay, and nature?
Survivor.
Okay, so the nature is like your intrinsic thing. Demeanor is what you share with the world. So you got that right, Renae. So, so what else about your character should we know that you want us to know?
I think that's it. You probably wouldn't know about my heightened senses, except etc.
But you're gonna want to use those.
Right.
So, okay.
I
So
don't
what?
want anyone to know, and I just gave that away.
Okay.
Oops.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna forget.
Your player knowledge versus your character knowledge is different. So the characters won't know. So you're.
I'm gonna forget as you take a drink of wine.
I'm gonna forget this whole session ever took place. Yeah. Remember that vampire thing?
No.
I have no
That's
memory
right,
of that.
You should really run vampire one of these days.
Every time I think about it, I just get this big headache.
Yeah. So Renae, Antonius's sire is Lord Casimir.
Lord Casimir.
Casimir.
Oh, so you can write that.
Thank you.
Up there.
Okay.
Your generation is also
I'm
7.
sorry. Could you spell that again?
The Casimir.
Is that Polish?
okay.
Polish, isn't it?
I think so.
Polish, yeah.
And so this is part of the Tremere clan. What the hell?
And seventh generation.
Seventh generation.
So their generation.
Under generation, you put 7. And then so for the record, Werner is Malkavian
Yes.
clan. Okay.
Yeah.
Malkavian.
Malkavian, bro. All right, so just to remind you that your sire was a portly man with a large white beard wearing a black robe with silver trim.
Oh, God.
Damn.
Yeah, so we're going to say, just for the record, like, you were
Very
drained.
corpulent next to his name.
Good. Okay. So just for the record, just to kind of make it make sense, when you were in the carriage, you were almost left for dead. At Giovanni's manse in terms of everything that went down, but they just took you like fireman's carry out of because it looked like you may be still valuable, or maybe someone knew that Lord Casimir was the one who sired you.
Okay.
He might have left behind some instructions.
Possibly, yeah. And another thing about that, with the Tremere, you need to know that with, oh my god, they have the biggest freaking section here. Because there's so much magic and sorcery.
Yeah.
Wait, let me just...
The excitement of the Tremere.
The excitement of the Tremere. Tremere, if you need, like, if you want any sort of clarification on, like, what your clan is, I can also review that too. So, okay, yeah. All right, sorry. Okay, don't mean to apologize, but
Scare you already.
Uh-oh.
well, I was just thinking I could give you a version of how you perceive the other clans because I think that's actually kind of important.
I have your email here.
Okay,
So
yeah, that's how you would like view
I'm
yourself.
the clan is both ally and villain to other clans?
Yes.
So does that mean you can't just trust a Tremere?
Never.
Never trust a Tremere.
No.
Never. That's one thing you should know, but you all don't know that yet.
No,
so,
No, of course not. So I trust you implicitly.
So the thing with Tremere, the blood bond is okay. So with blood binding, if you drink the blood of another vampire, you are bound to them. This has to happen 3 times on 3 separate occasions for you to be bound to them.
Okay.
With Tremere, it's different based on the history of how that clan came about.
Okay.
So they only need 2 drinks from one vampire to become bloodbound. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. You can become easily bloodbound to another vampire just with 2 drinks, or to you as well. So you would just give someone 2 drinks and they would be bloodbound to you like that.
Oh.
That means they are essentially your slave.
They are my slave.
Yes.
Does it ever go the other way?
It can.
Yeah.
So if you
drink another
if you drink
vampire.
another vampire, yeah. So it's both are true. So that's just something to keep in mind. So actually, let me just go back really quickly to the Malkavian section, and I'll just really. Because I feel like with the I just feel like when you become who you are, you would kind of get this understanding of how you would relate with
A
other
certain native understanding.
Yeah,
Okay.
with other kindred. So in terms of just who's at this table here. So as a Malkavian, you perceive gangrels as, who would guess that a kindred so simple could be so groundlessly prideful? All right. With Giovanni, your perception of Giovanni, yeah, never mind.
Let's keep it with the players.
Never mind.
Yeah. For Ravnos, which is Jen's
Me?
character,
Yep.
no kingdom survives by mingling with the conquered. That's the Malkavian take on
Quite a
it.
riddle.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
No?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so wrong. I'm so wrong about this. Okay.
The Nords.
Rewind.
Who was that? What clan was that?
I promise you could guess.
Been true? Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. I
problem.
apologize. I'm still trying to get
Dude,
this.
I can't believe
Don't even care.
you're trying to navigate. You can't even navigate through a 516-page book.
Yeah, really.
On the fly.
Trying to do.
All right. Yeah, I know.
It's like a week of one of my classes.
You do need a degree. I'm getting kind
According to my
of
students.
lost in this, but
I would recommend the bookmarks.
I have bookmarked it. Give me this.
What?
Give me this thing. All right. Damn computers. When the book is easier than this, that's
a bad sign.
worrying me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's the confusion.
it's only because I thought about this idea just off the top of my head, and I thought this would be a good thing to do, and now it's actually
I'm
wasting
not
a lot of
silently
time.
judging you or anything.
Well, one of us is.
Well, she is, yeah.
Oh shit! Okay, Malkavian stereotypes. This is how you view gangrel. Pin the tail on the ow fuck. So yeah.
Okay.
Ravnos. It looks different depending on if I close my left eye or my right eye.
Okay.
Sure.
With Tremere, if you can rub those letters off their foreheads, they'll stop in their tracks.
Oh.
Shimishi, I tried to sprinkle salt on one's tail and he bit off my hand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's everybody,
Yeah,
right?
that's everyone.
Okay, so that's Malkavian. The Tremere, in terms of how they view other people, it's all up in the front here. Getting closer. Okay, all right. With Tremere, so Gangrel. So your take on Gangrel is theirs is a simple but formidable power. Fortunately, their blood is as susceptible to mastery as that of all kindred.
Oh, boy.
The way you view Malkavians, once we can synthesize their stochastic perception, the kindred will no longer have to brook their disruptive caprice.
Okay.
Ravnos, disorder sows its own punishments, yet I am happy to expedite those results. And for Shimishi, peel away the rot and idolatry, and all that's left is the carcass of an outmoded mummery. So
That's harsh.
that's why
Cold lunch.
that is a very
I believe you dropped that mic.
yes, mic drop. Okay, so is there anything else that you want to know about your sire, about anything like relating to your powers? Like what are your main like merits or?
Let's see. So blood magic.
Okay,
What does that involve again?
Oh, boy. That's a
Okay,
question.
here we go.
Okay.
That's
In
a
the
question.
It's a Russian nesting doll, is what it is.
Yes.
Quick, let's get the pamphlet.
What can blood magic do for you?
All right, let me see here. I'm in a massive.
You're in a K-hole.
I am in a K-hole.
Yeah.
But I want to get you all up to speed.
What's your thaumaturgy at, Renae? How many dots?
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you got?
I see.
Your disciplines.
One.
Okay. So she's only got one dot in thaumaturgy. So,
Well,
just
she's
that-
new, though.
that-
Yeah.
And then, do you have any rituals or anything noted down?
No.
Are you sure? I thought you had one.
Yeah, I think she had one.
Did?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Was that the path of blood that I mentioned before? Is that
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
okay.
Right.
Path of
Okay.
blood.
All right.
Path of blood.
All right.
Okay, level 1 rituals. Here we go. Wait, is this? Yeah, I'm pretty much in like.
You're in the right area.
Yeah.
Get warmer.
This is level 1 rituals.
Rituals are different though.
Thaumaturgical rituals.
Yeah,
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Find the path of
Counter
blood.
magic, path of blood,
There you go. Yeah. Keep
path of father's vengeance, path of Mars,
There you go, you're getting closer.
path of corruption, conjuring. God damn.
More paths here.
Green path. Path of blood. Yay, made it! Alright. Okay, so you have one.
Yeah.
A taste for blood. This power was developed as a means of testing a foe's might. An extremely important ability in the tumultuous early nights, blah, blah, blah. By by merely touching the blood of their subject, the caster may determine how much vitae remains in the subject. Blood vitae. And if the subject is a vampire, how recently they have fed, their approximate generation, and with 3 or more successes, whether they have ever committed diablerie.
Wow.
Okay,
So diablerie is a whole
that is blood knowledge, right?
That's a taste for blood, with the path of
No,
blood.
I mean when you after I've already imbibed the fact that I know when they last fed,
Well,
etc.
you
that's
said you only have
blood.
to touch it or taste it.
Just touch it.
touching the blood of your subject.
Oh,
So if
okay.
somebody's bleeding, you touch them and like,
Osmosis.
I know who you're
Yeah.
from. I know like what you're
Like
about.
CSI person.
Basically, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And diablerie is forbidden, and it's the consumption of
Diablerie,
blood of old elders.
It's elders, but it's also when you consume the
It's,
whole blood and soul of
the whole
another
thing,
vampire.
the whole
It's the whole
package.
shebang.
That's
And
bad.
that completely kills you.
Oh, what?
So you could be diablerized.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you diablerize someone of a lower generation, you move up a generation.
Yeah.
So there's an incentive to do it, which is why it's kind of like, no, don't do it, don't do it. You know.
Yeah, it's tempting, but it has some problems, and people can see in your aura that
Really?
there's like black marks in your aura for a little while that you've consumed the soul of another vampire.
Oh, okay.
Or with blood magic, you can tell at any point.
Yes.
At any point.
Yeah, so you'd be able to see that on other people
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
or other vampires, kindred.
Vampires. Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so
Oh, it's me.
it's your turn.
Yeah.
You guys are moving on to the Shimishi, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, so,
questions, comments.
Yes, my
etc.
character's name is Father Alexandru, also occasionally known as Brother Stefan.
All right.
My demeanor is penitent. My nature is fanatic.
Okay.
I am a disgraced masochist monk.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Indeed. So yes, my sire is Lord. I'm not even
Mishislav.
gonna. Yes, that.
What?
Mishislav.
Mishislav.
He
Indeed.
was 6th generation, so you're 7th.
All right, I am 7th generation. Let me get some Roman numerals over there. So
Look out.
because the Shimishi value people with like exceptional attributes, I have fantastic intelligence
Good.
and not too shabby dexterity.
Good.
Now that I'm actually a vampire, I will have 1 dot in Auspex, which gives me extra senses.
Yes.
And 2 dots in Vicissitude, which just seemed like so much fun.
Yes.
So I can sculpt both my own and other people's flesh.
Yeah.
Repeat that. What about your own and other people's flesh?
I can
Vicissitude.
sculpt my own and other
Oh,
people's
that's
flesh.
right. That's that.
Yeah,
Yes.
fleshcraft.
Yeah,
So
wow.
vicissitude is a signature power of the Shimishi, rarely shared outside the clan.
Yep.
It's similar to Protean, which gangrels can do. By the way, anyway, and
It's similar,
Gangrel
but
and
it's not
Timothy
as
often
good.
have alliances with each
yes,
other.
they do. That makes sense. So you have fleshcraft, the power similar to malleable visage, which allows the vampire to perform drastic, grotesque alterations on other creatures.
Wow.
Sculpey. Just
Sculpey,
Yeah.
sculpey.
Oh yeah.
Yep, just like Play-Doh.
A vampire may use this power to move clumps of skin, fat, and muscle tissue, thus providing additional padding where needed.
There was a bit of short fiction in one of these books I read that had like a Tsimishi elder and then his child who was he had embraced her when she was a little girl and then had sculpted her to look like a porcelain doll. So
Yeah.
she looks like a doll.
Wow.
You know, but like
Yeah.
5 feet tall.
That's not creepy.
Yeah, no. Complete with like the doll's eyes and everything. Like,
Imagine
yeah.
how much time it would have taken to really like buff that porcelain.
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
an
a labor of love.
You're reading my mind, Jade. So
She's got the slow blink, I'm sure. Like,
Yeah, right.
eyelids.
The little eyelids that come down.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Okay, we got it. We get it.
Indeed.
Try not to rest on
For
it.
advantages,
Yes.
Well, I guess I have those disciplines.
Yes.
But also I have 3 dots in alternate identity because I have passed
Yes.
capably as Father Alexandru for a number of years now.
Okay.
Capably.
And because I can make myself, well, because I was a member of the clergy, I know all the moves and all the things to say, so I have 2 dots in influence.
Okay. Nice.
Very good.
Okay, so stereotypically, Shimishi view Malkavians as suitable for making lampshades from their remains.
And
Malkavians.
that's David, so he's a lampshade.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm a lampshader.
Future lampshade, okay.
Yes. For Tremere, they are the gout of corruption that issues forth from a lanced boil, only they have none of its charisma.
Wow! Wow, that's right.
Oh, you're the popped pimple of vampirism. I get it.
Yep.
Are you okay?
Shade of it all.
I know! The shade!
The shade. Oh my god. Womp womp.
Okay.
For gangrels, they command fierce power, but wield it with little more than a primitive will.
That's
Fierce power.
That's downright complimentary.
That is complimentary for yeah.
That's pretty good.
And then yes,
Lampshade, lance boil with no charisma. Fierce power.
fierce power. And then for Ravnos, you're gonna love this one.
Oh no.
I'll take thirsty, staked for the sun, and placed on the ramparts.
Oh.
It's not bad.
All right, let's get into the best clan,
Oh my god.
which is Gangrel.
I detect no favoritism.
No.
The best. Just the best.
So, Jade, tell us about your character.
My name is Epiphania. I am a Byzantine refugee
Yes.
who was a performer escaping Constantinople during the Turk-Ottoman Civil Wars. I have very high physical capabilities as well as a lot of talents in performance, athletics, and such.
Okay.
My clan is Gangrel. My sire is Lady Demetra. And my disciplines are Fortitude and Protean. So I have night vision and claws.
Right.
All right.
Claws?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah. All right.
You're like part cat, right?
A little bit.
I'm a kitty cat. So you're also 7th generation. Is there anything you need clarification on in terms of your disciplines
I
or
don't think so.
and your nature and demeanor?
My nature is visionary. My demeanor is bon vivant.
Cool. Okay, yeah. Let me look that up really quickly.
Just nice music.
Good, I'm glad it's
You gotta have something to put you at ease.
yeah, the bon vivant oh no. The bon vivant knows that life and unlife is shallow and meaningless. As such, the bon vivant decides to enjoy their time on Earth. The bon vivant is not necessarily irresponsible, rather she's simply predisposed to having a good time along the way. So they usually have low self-control ratings. But anyway. A kindred bon vivant may sire a brood of fawning childer, or he may spend his time gorging on the blood of drug abusers for the contact high. That's in the future, so we'll talk about that.
Whoa!
You could feed on opium smokers and that
Yeah,
kind of
but
thing.
it's good to know. Just
Yeah,
for free reference.
There's
Okay.
some black tar, brown tar, floating around.
Stuff going on.
Across Pakistan at this point in time.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure, of course.
Maybe.
Sure.
Who are we to say?
No.
We don't know.
The historical record is patchy.
Silent. Yeah.
So the stereotypes that the Gangrel have about Malkavian, 10 gallons of bullshit in a 1-gallon jug.
Ouch! Ouch!
Hold on, I'm gonna write that down. End
man.
quote.
Ravnos, if she starts calling you her brother, pop your claws and make your point. It's the only way she'll learn. I have to say I agree.
That checks out.
That checks out. Yes, I agree with that. Tremere, fight or flight with the gray faces. Choose carefully.
Oof. Fight or flight. Yowza.
And the Shimishi, when I see a carcass eaten through with worms, I'm smart enough to know it's rotten.
Well, there's like this. There's this dichotomy.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's all of them, right? With that. Okay, so now let's move into Ravnos.
I have to say, best clan, worst clan illustration.
I agree.
What the fuck
It's
is
terrible.
that?
I
think it's because it's the best clan. They're trying to like trick you. So.
trying to trick you into thinking, don't be a gangrel.
Whoa, what?
Wow.
I don't know. It's like a
Cricket battle?
I don't know. It's an
or from an
or
I don't know.
yeah, she like Hawaiian.
It's
I'm
not
sure.
cute.
Why is she like playing air guitar and her panties?
Well, this is
or
this is the Ravnos illustration.
Girl, look at that treasure trove.
I was like, well, now you have to show us.
Oh shit.
Okay, let
Okay.
me get
Yeah,
Dark
now
Ages
new
since it'd be more appropriate.
All right.
I want to see my
Okay.
80s version.
But yeah, check out your 80s.
Your 80s version of you. So this is Malkavian.
Yeah.
What the
I'm coming in off the top of the page.
Whoa!
None of these are looking intimidating.
No.
It's kind of like encountering like the Lost Boys at the pier where they just
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like.
I think maybe those are all Malkavians.
This is
actually.
Tremere.
Okay.
No, still.
No, nothing. I mean, nothing.
And then
Like a citizen.
naughty librarian, but not that kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. it's
Shimishi.
Shimishi.
I like that.
See, at least I'm a little creepy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
This is what I do. Yeah.
It's kind of look like a dude
was
from.
that everybody's?
That was all of
Yeah.
ours.
So
Got
here's
everybody's?
the Dark Ages versions.
All right, yeah.
Ooh.
Here's
Yeah, I like
Gang,
these better
Gangrel,
already.
much better.
Oh yeah, Daniel's a badass now.
Oh, that's
There we
hot.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a big yes.
it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Best ever.
Malkavians.
Yeah? Ooh, dangerous looking.
Yeah, these are better illustrations.
You actually look psychotic.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this is
Dangerous.
Ravnos.
All right, that's very good. You gotta do a lot of that.
Subtly
that's a
imposing.
little bit. That's a little overboard there.
Well, yeah, but you gotta do that to get to there.
That's true.
There's Tremere.
All right.
Okay. Wait, that's too nice looking.
It is.
I like the
except for
judgmental
the
expression.
except for the inky shadows coming out of the
Oh
palm
yeah,
of his
there's
hand.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the judgmental expression. That's so great.
Down your nose.
And Timishi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Flesh on
More
flesh.
context. More context. So Ravnos, Jen, your character.
All right.
Let's get into that.
I am playing Cicero.
Yes.
My nature is to be a deceiver. My demeanor is to be a capitalist. I was previously a merchant of mirrors.
Yes.
That's so
I live by
great.
my wits. I live by my wits with Chooch the donkey.
Chooch.
Chooch.
Yeah, Chooch.
I am good at finance, streetwise, and alertness. Because I live by my wits. And I sell things to people. I am fairly high in charisma, manipulation, and appearance.
Okay.
I have fast talk.
You're like what is it? What's that ability called? Like
I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
like fast talk? What do you mean?
It's wits.
Wits.
It's a subcategory of wits.
Yeah.
Um,
And then
your
you're
specialty, yeah.
I'm pretty good at courage and self-control.
okay.
So I'll be all right in a pinch.
And do you have abilities? Like some under the ability? I don't have a
Discipline.
character sheet in front of me. Disciplines.
I have animalism,
Oh.
chinestry,
Chemistry.
Chemistry.
Chemistry. That's the ability to generate illusions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, that's my big forte.
Not to be confused with chirurgery.
No.
Not at all.
And some fortitude, because I can, when you're sleeping rough, trying to get the shiny stuff to the people when you're in an alley, and
Sure.
got a little bit of fortitude on that.
Hey, you want to buy some mirrors?
Bro, I have a mirror for you.
I got your shinies right
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Masters of Illusion, chemistry remains a potent and powerful weapon for the deceivers, which
Right.
is what Ravnos are known by.
Right.
Illusions created by them can be seen for what they are by a victim who proves the illusion's falsehood. So
Yeah,
a
so
person
you-
walks up to the illusionary wall, expresses their disbelief, and puts their hand through it, effectively banishes it.
So you have to have a cognitive reason to believe that illusion isn't there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta have a reason.
Like, for example.
I'm just imagining seeing like 80s pimp dude in his like suit jacket with no shirt.
Yeah.
What is he using his powers of illusion for?
Oh well.
The chicks. It's all about
Yeah.
the chicks.
There's also
But
another.
I'm all about the money.
I love this.
Money.
Okay, so is there anything you need to know that you feel important for you to know about your? Okay, so your sire was
Yeah.
Gabrine.
Gabrine, my killer, my thriller.
I know.
Oh.
He's super hot,
wow.
gorgeous.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Switch teams for this.
6. Your seventh. So it's your 7th generation,
Are we? All right.
and yeah. I think unless there's anything you want to know, but there's and I can get into the stereotypes, and then there was a quote for each one, which makes me laugh too, giggles. But
Chooch
yours-
is dead. Isn't Chooch dead?
Chooch is probably long gone at this point.
Well, he'd run away from you anyway.
It's a world of darkness.
Animals are scary.
Animals don't. Well, no, you have animalism.
I do have animalism.
So unless
You
you
could bring it
bloodbound, you could bloodbond yourself to Chooch, and
I may have to.
he would be your servant.
I may have
the donkey
to.
drink
Edie,
your
you're in-
Yeah,
That's so fucked
true. It is. Well, it's a world of darkness. So,
It's a whole world of darkness. It's a world.
It is a world of darkness.
so the quote that's making
just
me
a
laugh
county of darkness.
about Ravenos is what?
It's a county of darkness.
That's Santa Fe County.
Yes.
All right.
No, it's
No,
well anyway.
Mora County.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now we're ready.
I'm
We're
sorry.
totally
I'm
ready.
sorry.
You're distracting me.
Sorry.
So the quote for Ravenous is what? Those aren't bones. They're wind chimes. Everything's going to be fine. Relax.
Delightful child.
That reminds me of you so much. Okay, so
Definitely see you as like, yeah.
Yeah.
so what do
Fine
Ravenos
crap.
think about Ravenos think about Gangrel? They know how rough it is out there, and sometimes you can even convince them to give you a break.
Okay.
Malkavian, be careful. You can either fool them or you can't, but they can't decide which one it is until they either take the bait or go berserk. For Tremere, tread carefully or these pricks will drink your soul and blame you for it.
That's true. It's very true.
It's your own fault.
For Shimashi, nothing wrong with these guys that staking them in their coffins and setting them on fire wouldn't solve.
5 gallons of gas and a match.
Oh my god.
Alright, so...
There's some strong feelings at the table.
Apparently.
Should be fun.
And really quickly, so let me just get the quotes. For Shimashi, why on earth would you think I wanted you to stop screaming? I find the result so much more melodious when you indulge your fear.
Wow.
For Tremere, when the world refuses to give, he who makes himself a master of the world may still take.
I like it.
And then Malkavian, I was trying to turn water into wine. Where the fuck did all this blood come from?
Oh my goodness.
Oh well, waste not, want not.
That's headcanon for me now. Those are definitely Malkavians and the Lost Boys.
Yeah. And then for Gangrel, this is not a place for you, and it is too late to turn back. Run, little man.
Ooh.
And just to bring us back into our Giovanni mode, the quote for Giovanni is, "You misunderstand the situation if you think you're important to me alive."
Damn.
So that's just something to think about. Okay. So
Alright.
hopefully this gave you all some more context for your characters. When we are doing more action-oriented things, which we will hopefully when we start playing, you're going to be doing a combination of roles. So you're going to be looking at your attributes and then your abilities, and you'll be combining your dice pool from those totals.
Okay.
So, for instance, if you were going to... See, that's the frustrating thing. I don't know how you run games without having a character sheet right in front of you, because that's like a good frame of reference. But
That's
anyway,
true.
so anyway, so if I wanted you to manipulate something, and you were also trying to, like you were trying to persuade someone of something, I would make you roll either charisma, well, probably manipulation, and then expression, or intimidation.
Yeah, these aren't set in
If-
stone.
no, they're not. They're very
It
flexible.
depends on how the player wants
You
to.
can argue it.
Yes.
You can.
Yeah.
You can say, well, I want to use my charisma because X. Or then, if I wanted you to, you're investigating something and you're perceiving something, so you would use perception, whatever that dice pool is, plus alertness. So add those two together. So if you have 4 dots in perception and 2 in alertness, it'd be a 6 dice pool, and then you'd be rolling on that, and then I'll give you the difficulty level based on what's happening.
And we're trying to roll high, but ones cancel out our successes.
Ones will cancel out your success. If you roll a 10.
If you have a specialty that applies.
Yeah.
So, like, Jen, what did you say you had fast talk, right?
Yeah, I have fist.
So if you were, and that was off of your manipulation?
Oh, it's wits.
Wits. So if you were rolling a dice pool that involved wits, that also involved trying to fast talk somebody,
Yes.
then any 10s that you roll for that, you can keep the success and then re-roll.
Oh,
Try and
sweet.
get more successes.
Sweet, that should be fun.
Yeah.
Seems to have a specialization to 10 again.
Exactly.
And when we were rolling for successes, we let us know what our goal number is to hit.
Yes, I will.
That'll be
Exactly. So yeah. So I will create the difficulty level. It will be different. It'll more than likely, depending on the situation, it could run from 2 to 9.
9.
Probably. So yeah. I don't know if we want to do. I mean, based on you're such new vampires, I don't know if we want to do like a 10 exploding
What?
house
No.
rule. Okay, never mind. So
Make it brutal.
Ah!
okay. So you asked for it, and we're
It says for adults only on the cover.
He
so
asked for it. He asked.
I know, right?
Yeah.
for adults,
For adults only. Okay.
That's awesome.
So, it is. So we're all now acquainted with each other a little bit more.
Indeed.
As you're making your way.
So can we recap like the last 10 minutes of the last session? I remember it was very chaotic.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay.
So in the last 10 minutes of the session, the last 10 minutes of the session, wait, you all remember Lothar, right? He was the assistant to Giovanni.
Yes.
He was the man with the scar on his forehead,
yes.
or on
Yes.
his face, and he was just a total turd and treated you very shabbily. Okay, so Lothar is working for, why does my computer doing that? Lothar is working for Giovanni, and you were all, there was a total chaotic event that took place right when you were embraced. So there was Giovanni was holding a feast with the conspirators to, essentially they were talking a lot about Japheth Cappadocius, as that he needed to be stopped, and that they were going to work on essentially eliminating him. You were all a means to an end. It was just kind of for fun, but all of your sires embraced you in order to distract Hardstadt, who he and his group had essentially crashed the party.
Yeah.
And so then you were all captured. You'll remember Rodrigo, who is the super adorable Rodrigo, who is basically working with Hardstadt. He is.
I remember now, yes.
Yes, Rodrigo is your pal. You also remember Paul, who was the guy who was at the inn who.
Yeah, did he live?
Oh, Jesus.
We're not sure, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So Rodrigo is kind of helping you along the way. Hardstadt is not as kind. You are in this carriage. It's taken a night and a day to get to this castle, where you are now being tortured. This is your new home.
Torture.
So basically, we
in a
were,
manner of speaking.
I didn't sound excited enough. Tortured?
There you go. Bingo.
So we were embraced to just basically make up a bunch of like make up some cannon fodder, basically.
Basically, you were little meat shields.
Meat shields,
who
yeah.
happen to be vampires who you don't even know what powers you have. So it was kind of a stupid strategy.
Stupid move.
Yeah, but they did it anyway. And Hardstadt he was happy enough to just leave you out to die.
Right.
But,
Really?
Yeah, but Rodrigo vouched for you, and so he captured you because you may know something. You may have overheard the conspirators. Right, which is why you're in the carriage now.
Right. We
that's
may
right.
have valuable info.
You may.
Yep.
Or not. You have to think about what you remember from that evening, and I don't know. So, all right. So, do you need any more clarification on that?
I'm good.
Okay. So we're gonna be moving along as swiftly as we can, but within reason. So, here we are. So as you're approaching this castle, you're seeing that it is a small twisted fortress clinging tenaciously to a steep hillside. Your carriages pull up to the castle's rear portal, and some of you are very weak from being drained by the attendants with their bleeding sticks, if you remember them. Okay.
H in that stuff.
And so you are staggering out of the carriages. It is night. It is. It's hard to tell though if it's night or day. But it is night.
Is because it's cloudy or there are a lot of trees?
It's hard. You're so disoriented because as you were traveling, the carriages were set up so they had these slats, so they were completely dark inside. So you can't. No daylight could come into those carriages. Yeah. So it's very, very disorienting. Occasionally, actually, the guards would open a window just to fuck with you, and you were filled with this complete dread, like this fear that you've never experienced before in your life, where it's like as
we're
though
hit by daylight and then
it was just it was terrifying.
You
saw it. You just seeing the slight light was enough to completely terrorize you.
Wow.
So they were really just fucking with you.
But I learned.
Yes.
It's curious.
So it was a bumpy and hot journey. Some of you were asleep, some of you were in shock, some of you were drained, unconscious, and so now you are being thrust out of the carriages, and you are making your way into the castle. You see someone trying to make a break for it.
Oh my god.
So one of, like, that's not in your kind of circle. And you see that the guards swing their torches at them. And then the person responds just as they look as terror-stricken as when you saw the sun. So they are very, they get back in line.
They do.
Yeah. Let's see here.
You gotta try.
And about how many are in this?
So
larger
for
group?
you, it's you have the 5 of you, and there's like 2 other folks.
Oh, okay.
One you see looks like, I mean, in terms of all the guests at the party, there were a lot of people there, but one of them looks like, honestly, they look like a gargoyle.
Wow.
Like you don't remember seeing this person ever.
Where'd the
at this
gargoyle come from?
Yeah, basically, they look like a human gargoyle. Like their hair is they're balding like that.
Okay.
Yeah, they're balding. Their nose
Holy
is like
shit.
turned up. Their
Yeah.
features are grotesque.
Wow.
They have like these like pustules and like warts.
Really?
And, yeah, they're just like they're just hideous.
Must be a local.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
But you don't remember seeing that person. You don't remember seeing them
Not
at the party, but they just appeared.
Were they in the same carriage as us when we were being?
They were in another carriage.
Okay.
Okay.
There were like 3.
There were 3 carriages, yeah.
Is he the one that tried to make a break for it?
No, but you could pretend he did. No, yeah, he wasn't, but he's definitely looking a little worse for wear. So, so do any of you want to make a break for it? How are you feeling? Because I can give you a rundown of how you.
I remember how I felt.
Okay.
I'm not making a break for it because I like this guy. I'm alright.
You're okay.
I'm like, thank God, my rescuer. Dumbass.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, didn't I have some kind of mommy complex with my?
Oh my God! You were so disturbing. So so disturbing.
Yeah, so you
It's all
do.
coming
So
back.
another thing is that, like, yeah. So really quickly,
Yeah.
if you we'll go around the table. What do you remember of your embrace, Jen? What do you remember of your embrace, like being embraced?
I remember he had some crazy ideas.
Yeah,
that I
he
didn't
did.
understand.
Yeah.
But you wanted to subscribe to his newsletter.
Yeah. What's going on?
But yeah, what do you remember?
Experience.
With your sire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
what I remember.
That's all you remember.
But then I remember the horrible party, so I'm like,
yeah.
get me out of here.
Yeah, that was bad.
So now I'm okay. But
Okay. What do you remember of your sire?
We went for a moonlight walk up on the roof
Yeah.
Yeah.
and played tag.
Strangely, I remember that better than mine.
It was lovely, and then we called it
that's nice.
moon.
yeah,
Yeah.
Picturesque.
have a normal night, right?
Kind of.
Just for a game girl, yeah.
Get used to this.
What do you remember from your sire?
Oh my God, I'm not gonna forget that ever.
No.
I mean, my embrace was rather prosaic because it was during all the kerfuffle.
Yeah.
However, the warming of my blood, it took place in one of the basement cellars where I was assisting my sire in torturing a captured spy.
Yeah.
And trying to force him to give up information that he refused to do so, and it still irks me that I couldn't. I remember being covered in the man's blood, and then it was time for dinner, and then I was sad I couldn't continue.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is sad.
Yep.
What do you remember of your sire?
He was very pleased by the extreme measures that I took with which to draw out the information, but I would imagine not entirely pleased because I didn't get the information for him.
Do you feel a pang of...
A little. I do now. I didn't really at the time.
Right.
But like now, I kind of can feel like the displeasure a little bit more.
Oh, no.
For some reason. Yeah.
Okay. Antonius, what do you remember? You've been through a lot.
Yeah, not a lot though. I remember corpulence.
Remember he was Santa Claus-like?
Yep.
For some reason, I'm just imagining Wilfred Brimley in wizard's robes.
Oh my god.
I like it though.
Oh my god.
I'm not saying go with that. I'm just saying that's what my brain is doing.
So,
Yeah.
so Antonius, you may remember your sire having forced you to put your head in a bowl of water
Oh yes.
and then make you want to throw your body off the building.
Yeah, that's right.
Some really major fuckery
Wasn't
there.
I walking up to a window?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
You were,
God.
That's probably my last memory.
okay. Yeah, of him.
Yeah. And
All right, because they kind of got you with the little bleeding sticks. Basically, they'd stick these little sharp pointed sticks, and the blood would drain into a jug
Oh!
yeah.
for
Oh
later,
my lord.
for a tasty snack for later.
Does anybody remember the Frugal Gourmet?
Yes. Oh God.
That's
Ooh.
what I'm talking about.
Ooh. Gross.
Yeah.
All right. What do you remember of your Werner? What do you remember of your sire or your harrowing or whatever?
Yeah, it's been a very long 10
Great.
months, so I'm trying to pull it up out of the fog.
I remember it.
Fog. We all remember.
Okay, let me see if I can land on it. Some sort of mind penetration, right? Wasn't there like a shared vision?
Yes, a shared
Okay.
vision of hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, shared vision of hell. And then clinging to her in a maternal fashion.
Yeah.
She was maternal with you.
Yes. Yes.
It would have been funnier if it was reversed.
So
That's
yeah,
about all I got.
that's all you remember.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
My mind was addled by the embrace, clearly.
Oh,
Yes.
Sure.
Of course. So, you're making your way through this castle. Inside the castle, you're quickly escorted into a narrow, winding stairway leading to the deepest reaches of the structure. You're thinking of your sires and who are you? Like, what happened? What's going on? You're completely disoriented. You see Hartstadt there with a woman. And she is watching you cagily. She is a very handsome, middle-aged woman with very long dark hair and bright green eyes. She is you're very drawn to her. She's just sort of staring at each of you, just taking you all in. So the guards place you in a large cell. As you're in this cell, you realize that there's no air coming in here.
Oh my god.
But you're okay with it. You're comfortable. You're not feeling any stress from this. It feels airless, though.
Yeah, stagnant.
It's strewn with moldering straw and near petrified shit, basically. So people have been here before.
Curious.
It's been a while.
You each individually get chained to the wall.
Oh no.
So you're all chained to the wall.
I don't like that.
And yeah, they're very strong chains that you're bound to this wall.
Okay.
All right. So Antonius, you are suddenly awake now that you were kind of like stirred awake in this whole process of getting chained to this wall.
Yeah.
And
this is directly after thinking I'm going through the window.
Yeah.
So
exactly. Suddenly you are awake.
Scream, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you start screaming. So the guards laugh at you.
Rude.
What you all notice, though, as you are in this room, is that there's a very small slit of a window high up on the wall. So it's like right across from you. So you're all against this wall.
Okay.
You're facing the other side, and you see this really small slit. It's like a little window.
On the same wall where we're chained?
No, it's opposite.
It's on the window.
Okay.
Wall?
Yeah.
The window.
So it's underneath the window?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Oh wait, no. Sorry, that doesn't make sense.
It's on one of the walls.
It's one of the other walls, the shorter walls. Pardon.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that. Thanks for the question. So yeah, but across from that is a little slit. So it is airless, but there is a window. I have a question for the writers of this adventure. I have many questions. Anyway, but you do have a small window. Maybe there's some glass in it. How about that? Okay. So it's high up on the wall. It's across from you. It's running the length of the cell. So it's a tiny little slit. The only reason you notice it is because there is light coming through that
Exactly.
slit.
That's a problem.
Oh boy.
And so as the morning progresses, you're assuming it's morning because it's light, a little slim beam of sunlight nice through the room's dusty air, so you'll see
It's above us.
Yes.
As the sun
So
starts
it's
rising.
very far above your head.
Down. Oh, good.
Yeah, so the first beam is like really far above you, so you can't really see it.
Just its passage in the dust motes.
Exactly.
Yes,
It says noon
The boats.
The boats!
In this airless room, the dust motes still float freely.
They do.
God damn this.
No, we're kicking them up by our.
Yeah,
That's right, exactly.
Protesting.
We're
Thank you.
furiously protesting. It's,
Yes.
it's
We're
the,
not pleased.
the petrified
No.
poop motes.
Yes, and indeed, our self-control rolls in order here at some point.
No.
Sure.
No, what are you doing?
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
We're just rolling our self-control.
Yeah,
So
roll your self-control.
no additions, just-
No additions, just roll your self-control. Difficulty is going to be
After you, Jade.
7. 7, difficulty 7.
Okay.
You got 2 10s.
I got one so I got 1 success.
Okay, 1 success. 3 successes.
3 for me.
I got 1 success.
1.
Okay, so we roll the number of dice.
Equal to the
Equal
number.
Equal to the number of self-control, yeah.
Okay.
And then the difficulty is 7. So you have to roll above 7.
7 or greater.
7 or better.
Ooh.
Oh, I got a 9.
But you got a 1.
Yeah, you got a
You got a
1.
one.
now.
Oh, one's
Cancels
cancel
that
out.
9.
Cancel
what else
that. I've got 3, 4, and 5.
So
Well,
those
how many
don't count.
dice?
So nothing.
Zilcho.
So I
So
just,
Antonius, you are losing it. You are
okay.
losing it. You
Yeah.
don't know why you're there.
You're kicking up the
I'm
most
thinking
dust.
I'm in hell, maybe.
Uh-huh.
You're
Like,
dead.
yeah.
You're in hell.
I mean, at least the rest of us went through the whole experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you.
I'm just waking up.
Yeah. Hell.
Yeah.
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 So
So
you're screaming, freaking out, and
Yeah.
the rest of you are within reason. I mean, Afania, you don't like being chained.
Oh no.
No, this is not
Not
comfortable.
metaphorically
Captivity
or
is not-
physically.
No.
Oh my
No.
god, no.
But the rest of you are kind of making your way through it. Maybe the hope of like Hardstadt is going to.
Yes, I have hope.
He's
I
a
have tremendous
rescuer.
hope.
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo will come through.
Yes.
What's your justification for your successes?
Well, I just have a really high self-control in general,
Yes.
so I'm just very unflappable.
You're stoic.
I'm stoic.
Very
Your
stoic.
self-control's 5?
5.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Jesus.
you're what? How are you feeling?
I'm sure that there's like a certain amount of existential dread that I'm feeling because like I feel like once the light hits me, I will actually be in hell. But at the same time, I'm like I've trained myself to sort of accept the inevitable. So like I think
like it a little bit.
I like it a little bit,
He does.
and like
It's true.
I'm also perturbed because like I'm seeing all this human feces, but
Right.
like we've been in prison for like a day and a half or more, and I haven't felt like a bodily need, and that's something that like I expected because I like expected there to be like this resistance against my bodily functions
Right,
and like have
right.
more torture happen upon me.
Yeah.
So like there's
You're like, damn. Why can't I be tortured with my own poop?
yeah, this is making me feel really surreal. I imagine once the light starts getting closer, I'll probably show more outward signs of being freaked out.
Okay.
But
Okay.
for now, it's just sort of it's building.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in fact, I just did a little spot check on the frenzy and Rotstreck rules and all that.
Yeah, which is a fear of light,
Fear
fire.
of light. And Rotstreck's actually courage. So when the light
Okay.
gets a little closer, we'll switch to courage. But anyway.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Thank you for
So,
stealing my thunder.
Right. But anyway, it says you need 5 successes to be totally calm. So none of us are actually feeling
No, you're not feeling
you know.
it. You're,
But this
you're-
guy over here.
full-on panic. Yeah,
Yes.
But the rest of us are like,
Chains rattling.
no, you're not
Yeah.
happy.
Make some noise.
Yes.
I think I'm more imperious, like angry than
Yeah.
upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
feel it
Pissed.
rising
How
up
dare
within me.
they?
Yeah.
So how long are the chains, by the way?
They are not long. I mean, they're long enough so that your arms can be slack here,
Okay.
but
that's
you're like
it.
against that. They even have one around your neck.
Whoa! He's
Yeah.
really going. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So this
That
isn't
would make me-
this isn't Venture Brothers where we pull our chains and someone else's chains get shortened.
I wish. I should have. No. Unfortunately, that did not come to mind. But yeah, that's great. Okay. Yes. So, and then,
What?
how are you doing?
I succeeded.
3 successes. However,
I'm not comfortable with Antonius's reaction. That's
yeah, that's freak. That would
It's like,
freak me
I'm
out.
okay, but
Yeah.
this person's going to be dangerous to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
Now,
Just
like
going.
Yeah.
Panic
Alright,
is
so-
infectious.
Exactly.
It is.
Shoot
So,
together, man.
Just reach out and oh, I can't.
Oh, I
So-
can't barely
so-
turn my damn head.
No, yeah. So with that, you hear the guards yell from the door, and they yell, like, "Shut up in there! Keep it down! We're coming in there!
Oh my god.
Don't make me get off of my
Yeah.
seat!" Basically.
And Antonius only hears voices. He doesn't understand the words.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So then, okay.
and
So
they sound angry.
And that's not.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Things might get worse. So
Trouble.
he's just screaming even more.
okay.
Yeah.
So the guards come in. They're
Uh-oh.
looking at all of you.
How annoyed did they look?
They're pissed. They are
Yeah.
pissed.
This isn't normal.
No.
And it's annoying,
They're
I
annoyed.
bet.
You're not being like very good prisoners, so they want you to be behaved. Because then Hartstadt's going to give them a hard time with all that stuff. So they come up to you
Okay.
and they slap you.
Oh.
You're hysterical.
Yes.
They're slapping you.
Oh my god.
That's the
Now you're
last thing you should do to a hysterical person.
Yeah.
Is that what you
Yeah.
say?
Oh no, that's what he's thinking. Well,
Yeah.
no, not
Like-
even that.
like,
He's
this
not
isn't
even
how-
conscious, consciously, or understanding at all what's happening.
Okay, so one of them
He sees
just
shadows maybe of these people approaching, which is just
too much.
monstrous. Yeah.
So one of them just straight up just cold cocks, like just punches you in the face.
okay,
And you are unconscious.
okay.
Wearing greaves?
Nose crunches.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Yes.
really
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah. So there's some blood trickling from
Yeah.
your nose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bloody say.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah, how hungry is everybody?
God.
I got 2 blood points. How
Yeah.
about everybody else?
Oh, and you've been
Nobody
bled, and you've been bled and
I've
everything.
got 2 blood points.
Yeah,
oh,
no,
yeah,
you're,
we've been bled,
you're
so-
fine at 2. You've been bled a little bit. It's not hasn't been so much like a blood point, like a blood
This
point.
is our blood pool.
Yeah, your blood pool.
Okay,
So
mine
you,
that's
should
blank.
have 2.
Okay, so you should have 2.
That's
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
Although,
Probably just didn't get to
Renee,
that.
I'm going to give you 1.
What?
Okay.
Because you have been bled extensively and you were unconscious.
That's
and-
right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll give you 1.
Just quietly bleeding out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just like slumps in the chains and is bleeding from his nose. Head.
And
is
anywhere
much-
else? Or?
Not markedly.
Okay.
Your blood sort of congealed in
Okay.
those areas.
But I'm
where-
making a little puddle.
Quick question, since
Okay.
we're taking care of some business here. If we used willpower in the last session, do we get it back, or do we wait until something happens?
Oh yeah.
You'll have an opportunity to build up your willpower.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, no, that's important.
I used a point.
I did
Try
too.
to.
Yeah. So, yeah, you'll have a chance to build that up. Yeah.
Of course.
Yep, well done.
So,
Minion.
actually, the next couple
Speaking of
minutes.
rules, Minion, what about experience from last session, guys?
Well, am I right?
Yeah, I thought
It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
That's right. We're
We
not
have
done with the
transitioned.
story.
No, you're not done with the story. So the sunbeam. No.
No.
So the sunbeam.
Gets closer.
It's you're suddenly realizing that over the course of the day, it's like inching.
The course of the day?
It's inching down the wall.
Wow.
This is
It
terrible.
feels scary. So courage.
I'm still out, right?
You are out.
Okay.
Lucky.
Yeah, really.
So
So we're on to courage.
make a courage roll. So however many number of courage you have, and then
Difficulty?
it's at difficulty 8.
8.
Oh,
Yeah.
none.
Difficulty 8.
I got 2.
I got 3.
Three.
Wow.
None.
None more black for me.
None.
Yeah.
So what do you all do? How do you express that?
I start, I can't move my head very far, but I just start beating the back of my head against the wall.
real. It's real.
It's helping you feel better.
Good.
It's helping me feel something other than the abject terror that's emerging, and it's getting.
Well, you're
it's
not
getting
doing a lot
faster
of
and
damage
faster.
though because we're
Faster and
we don't
faster.
have a
Can't
lot
get
of
the distance.
right.
Yeah, but it's
So
still
you're-
enough.
Not
Yeah.
a lot, but there's probably still a little bit of blood getting on the wall.
Yeah.
Scale's no good.
Yeah.
Werner,
What are the odds?
I already do.
It's like trying to break out.
you try to break out.
Yeah, what are my chances of that?
You're trying to break
Slim
out?
to none. Slim to none.
Dude.
Pull
It's
the
like
chain
cast
out.
iron.
So punk.
How strong are you? Yeah, your arms fall off.
There goes my spine.
There goes. Yeah.
You can grow that back, right?
So
Yeah, can I just pop my arms out of their sockets and just start walking?
Wow.
that's a no.
Straight up Riddick.
This guy can.
Well, that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
Detachable
I don't
arms.
have a lot of luck with this. I've shot these through windows before.
Okay, so you're
Are we cutting your
attempting to
eyes?
pull it.
I'm just attempting to,
to break out of your shackles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then we have how are you doing?
I got 3 successes.
So, but how are you feeling?
I'm probably starting to feel antsy.
Yeah.
Especially because these guys are freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was just sitting
All
there.
right, pause.
Is there a outside?
time.
1 second. And we're back.
Okay,
Oh, we
so
make it
courage rolls were done.
Yeah.
And I think it was my turn because she had just spoken.
Yes.
Indeed.
Right.
So
So I made my courage roll with 3 success.
With 3.
'cause
Nice.
I have a lot of self-control.
You remember that ones cancel out successes, right?
Yeah, no.
I was making sure.
Hey,
So I rolled.
because you're jealous.
pretty good.
I rolled.
Well, I rolled 2
9, 7,
ones,
4.
so that was my.
yeah, no. I mean, it's a pretty good success, but how are you feeling? Like, how does that express itself?
I'm starting to just get angry. So that's like
Yeah.
fueling my whole situation.
Okay.
So I'm just really like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Okay, all right. So Antonius, you come to again.
Uh
The nightmare continues.
Okay.
You're still there.
Okay.
You're still in the cell with these people.
And now my hands are numb, right?
Yeah.
'Cause they've-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Answer no.
Good detail.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pulling on my shackles so hard it's like peeling the skin up,
Sure.
and it's starting to bunch up around my wrist.
Wow.
So the guards come in and check on all y'all. So are any of you? Are you shouting? Are you talking? What are you doing? Are you whispering to each other? Or are you even wanting to talk to each other?
I'm probably like reciting like a prayer over and over again in
Yeah.
like
Yep.
louder and louder cadence.
Yep. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so annoying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm just methodically trying to rip my own hands off.
They stick a torch in your belly.
Jesus Christ.
This is not how you get healthy.
Oh my
So they stick it in you. Like, stop it.
Oh,
Now.
well, that's not gonna. Another courage roll?
Yeah,
Or-
courage.
All right.
God. Oh my God. These are so brutal.
Difficulty 6.
Okay. Well,
6?
I got 2. Really?
Yeah.
Sticking a torch in my belly?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got 3 successes then.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
All right.
So
So I'm gonna try and spit in their face,
Wow.
but of course it'll be blood that I'm
Oh,
spitting
yeah,
in their
thank you.
face.
okay.
Yeah.
So that just incenses them even further.
Oh my.
All right. So they're just jabbing a torch in his belly.
Stick the torch up my ass next time.
Wow. I love.
I come around what?
Ooh, can I be part of that?
All right. So
for that.
so you incur one level of
Yes,
your aggravated damage from that. So that's an X.
Okay, so what are you checking?
Star.
You're
So
checking?
the bottom right of the character sheet, you'll see your damage, your health levels.
Bruise.
Okay.
Yes.
So you mark from top to bottom. There's 3 types of damage. There's bashing, which would be a side stroke. There's lethal, which is 2 strokes making an X, and then there's aggravated, which is a 3rd stroke making an asterisk.
Like a star.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But these aren't on. Okay.
Yeah, so you mark within the box. You fill in the box with the
with-
lines.
And that-
Doing like a backslash
Aggravated,
and then a
yeah.
crop and then an X and then an asterisk
Right.
for aggravated.
Right.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you
that's-
have
yeah.
1 health level of aggravated damage.
Natch.
All right. So they're working on
Oh
you.
my God.
You're working me.
Yeah. And so the other guards look at you all and say, "Do you have?" So they're sticking the torches kind of in your faces a
Waving
little
it
bit.
around.
The face.
Please.
Do you have anything to say? If you have anything to say, say it now. So they're
You're
just.
gonna say something.
Oh no! Oh no!
Say on.
What's going on? Okay.
Yes, he's trying to scream, but I think his throat would be parched.
Yeah.
So he is making noise, so.
But just like,
Oh god, that's horrific.
craggy horse.
So horrific.
Yeah.
It is really bad. It's bad. Okay. And so how are you all doing? How's
Can I
the
try
gangrel and
to-
Shimishi?
Can I try to use some like charm? I guess.
Oh, interesting.
Like that, the eyelashes.
Okay.
Like
Guys.
Like,
Really?
like, is it possible?
This is necessary.
Yeah.
Have an audience with the
The guy?
master of this household.
Oh, he'll be coming for you soon enough.
Shit. Oh shit.
And it's
I'm
gonna
gonna
take.
smile. Just 10,000 watts.
Wow.
Okay.
I
love it.
eagerly await his
Love it.
arrival.
All right. So they just turn away from you and walk out the door. So so the long day is finally over.
Oh, so what happens to the beam of light?
It's vanished. So it fades.
How far above
It
us?
came down. It was just like it was honestly after all of that, like maybe 6 inches from you.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
No, I meant it just gets to that point where it.
And,
Yeah.
and then
It
it
kind of-
goes over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just
So-
bends. And
Bends
so
away.
yes. So the moon has risen, so you see like there's just a
That's okay.
it's faded. The daylight has faded into night, and now it's just kind of this slight little
You know
glow.
Seeing this passage of time outside,
That there is an outside make me feel a little bit better.
The earth keeps turning.
It does.
Well, that's a good point.
So, suddenly, it all seems very kind of still for a while, and then the door bangs open, and in walks the guards, your friends, and Hartstadt, and a group of other folks that you've never seen before.
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
Oh joy.
So,
Are they as eclectic as the last bunch?
Oh, they sure are. In fact, thank you, since you've asked. One is, so it's Hartstadt, the hottie. He is very, but he's very formidable. He's a tall, strapping man with dark hair and intense eyes. He's just staring at all of you. You also see a woman, a petite blonde woman with narrow blue eyes and sharp features.
Okay.
You see this other man walk in, a slim, dark young man with shaggy brown hair and wide, innocent brown eyes.
Oh no.
Those are the worst.
Yep.
Yeah, he sure is. And then you see an exceedingly tall, rosy-cheeked woman with glittering, dreamy eyes
Wow.
walk in.
It's you.
Ooh. Then you see a stooped.
Who told you? I mean,
Then you see a stooped, wizened man. So you remember that person that you saw walking into the
Looks like a gargoyle.
yeah. This person looks similar to this person.
Oh, they're related.
Yeah, they may be.
Locals.
A stooped.
again.
Inbreeding.
Yes.
I mean,
A stooped, wizened man, no more than 4'9"
Ooh.
in height, with huge, suppurating. So like leaking warts,
Yeah.
covering most of his skin.
This is Rumpelstiltskin.
You say that?
Yeah.
He looks up at you. And he just stares at you. And then you see another, two other people walk in at the very end. It's a gorgeous, medium-boned man with a mellifluous voice. But he's laughing. Yeah, he's laughing to himself. Medium-boned. I don't know. He's not heavy-boned or large-boned.
So you're saying he's a guy.
dude.
The guy.
He's a dude.
Just
But he's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. Apparently.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
wait, what's his app?
Yeah, what's his ass?
What's the app?
what's his app?
His appearance is 7
What?
out of
Out of 6.
Out of how many?
Out of 5.
out of
Out of
5.
7 out of
God
5.
damn.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
feeling better.
good.
Jeez.
The mortal average is 2 for anything. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently medium bone is the best bone.
Apparently. I'll be sure to ask my butcher next time.
Yes.
Could I have a medium bone steak, please? What?
You can't afford that, dude.
Look at you. Your app's 2. All right. So
I want a steak with 7 dots in it, please. Thank you.
You know.
Certain butchers would understand that. Yes.
No.
all right.
No
So then the last person who walks in is the woman that you saw earlier with Hartstadt. She's the handsome middle-aged woman with long dark hair and bright green
I remember her.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Wondering what happened to her.
she,
I don't like any of these
she's back, and so they close the door.
So none of our people are here.
Nope.
No, this is yet a new
Oh, so-
bunch.
Is it just the 5 of us in our in the cell? The other
the
ones
five?
that were brought?
Yeah, they
They were taken off
yeah.
elsewhere.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Did we hear screams from their cells?
That we did.
No.
No.
Scandalous.
Soundless,
worse.
airless, except for the sun.
Except for the screen
And the moats.
the thudding.
The thudding. Maybe you felt some vibrations. You can't really be sure, but anyway.
Probably just hallucinating.
So Hardstadt bows to you all, ironically.
Oh, I hate him. All right.
Well. Behold the grand conspirators. You will not live to plot against your betters again. The punishment for your crime against the traditions of Cain is a slow, agonizing death by sunlight. Cain.
Or the
Traditions.
No, my
of-
character asked.
Oh yeah. Oh, you say that?
Oh.
His head flicks to you like, how dare you interrupt me?
It happened. It just
It
happened.
did.
Don't act like you don't.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So then he says, if you truthfully answer my questions, I can offer you a quick and painless death instead. A truly admirable offer, and one I suggest you accept. So he's walking by each of you as he's saying this. Yeah.
So he wants us to truthfully answer his questions and he'll kill us quickly.
Right, that's the deal.
If not, then it's a slow and agonizing death for you.
Okay, fine.
So he walks up to you, Werner, and says, "Oh, look at your wrists.
Jesus.
Such a shame if, they got worse than that, I think." And so he, grips your wrist,
Ooh.
and he's just, squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. You think he's going to break your wrist.
Do me a favor, I need to get out of these shackles.
He stops, and he slaps you across the face with his gauntlet, which is razored.
Wow! So you weren't pretty before, were you?
No.
No.
So lethal damage?
That's lethal damage.
That's
so,
lethal damage?
Yeah, one more. Yeah. Yeah, so it goes, wait, what's the first one?
Bashing.
Bashing damage.
Lethal.
Lethal and aggravated is something that's really hard on Kindred, so. Slaps you across the face.
So the flesh is hanging down,
Yeah.
blood's dripping out, and I'll be like, that's a terrible shave. I can show you how to get a good one.
He slaps you again. And a tooth falls out. A tooth falls out.
A tooth.
So, yeah.
Wait, a pointed tooth?
No.
Oh yeah, that's one of my fangs, you bastard.
You don't know about your fangs.
No, I don't.
Alright, so yeah, but a tooth falls out and clatters to the ground.
Alright.
Or,
Christ.
yeah.
Pings to the ground.
Pings to the ground.
Miserable.
Yeah. Alright.
So he walks up to he walks by you, walks up to Antonius, says, "What's your story?" He's just staring at you.
What do you mean, what's my story?
He slaps you across the face.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
So that's an X in the first.
It's gonna be
X in the first box.
X in the first box.
Oh,
I'm
right.
sorry, which direction are the other 2 slashes?
1 slash for bashing, 2 slashes for X, and then
Asterisk.
for lethal, and then an
careful.
asterisk for I can't do an asterisk with 2 hands.
Without trying to
Wait,
pull
there's
negative
another many of us?
feedback.
Alright, you do the
You need
S.
some shimmy. You need some
okay.
vicissitude.
Yeah, alright, I just want to make sure.
An extra set of fingers is
No!
I mean, it is dark
a world of
It's a
darkness.
whole world.
All right. So he approaches.
Oh no! Wait, Antonius laughs.
Oh, he laughs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he just kind of.
You're cracked.
I'm dead already.
Whoa. So he shakes his head and just walks away from you.
Oh, still laughing.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
Goes up to Brother Stefan or Father Alexander. Which one are you right now?
Well, I'm
Or which one
always,
would he know
I'm always
as?
both, but I mean, I'm Father Alexandru right now because that's what I'm posing as.
Yes. So
Brother Stefan.
Whom was your invitation
This
written
cell
to?
has everything.
It was written to Brother Stefan.
Ah, so he'd probably know his brother Stefan.
No, because it was the other people who knew Brother Stefan. He wouldn't know me from Adam. Who?
Okay.
True.
So,
tell us about the conspiracy.
Ooh.
Don't keep me waiting.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
There were.
He's just like looking at the other people that are in the room that are not shackled, staring at them.
Can you believe these
They're
guys?
exchanging looks.
Against. Cappadocia?
Right. Like what?
So he kind of furrows his brow and walks over to you and says, "Please tell me you can give me a little more information than that joker over there."
Well, we were invited as guests to a party for unknown purpose. I'm the performer, so I assumed I was merely hired to dance for a show. However, we were abandoned as a distraction for you. Beyond that, I cannot say.
So he starts like laughing quietly. And so he's turning around and looking at like the other founders, and they all start laughing at you. And
Antonius is joining you.
that's what I would be doing too. You conspirators are such pathetic little liars. And he just kind of walks away from you and
He thinks we are in on it.
Says we're more powerful than we are, and that's kind of sad, actually.
It is.
Yeah, he's totally clueless.
Yeah.
so he walks up to you
Yes.
and says, "Is there anything else you want to tell me?"
This is the ugliest room I've ever been in.
Oh! So the super gorgeous medium boned man.
Yes.
He starts snickering like
Oh god.
he's got you there, Hardstadt. That's what he says. He's like, "Look at the state of this room. There's shit on the ground. Look at this. How are you treating your visitors in this way?" And so Hardstadt like just looks at him, and then he turns to you and slaps you upside the face with the gauntlet with the razors on it. So he slaps you. Boop. It's encrusted with razor sharp metal spikes.
That's not even work.
Were they clean or were they clotted?
Well, they're clotted
they're
with
clotted.
Werner.
Yeah. Well, no, but I mean before Verna.
Is it
Oh, they were
nicely
clean.
oiled,
They were clean
maintained?
before. They looked nice before.
He freshened them up before.
Yes. Well, he just hasn't had to slap anyone in a while.
So he wasn't in the previous or in the other room with the
Right.
Possibly, but maybe he cleaned it up since then. Or maybe they're gone. Maybe he got rid of them.
Well, maybe they're next.
Maybe.
We don't know.
You never know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
World of possibilities.
Yes. World of darkness.
Dark possibilities.
Dark possibilities in this world of dark. Oh shit! All right, so
I'm writing a new game line called World Possibilities. Trademark.
Not a world.
all right, so he stares at all of you and says, "I'm going to have to take you in for individual questioning
Okay.
because I need to know about this conspiracy. I know you all know what's going on, and we have to get to the bottom of it." Well, do you start laughing?
No, I'm just laughing.
Okay, all right.
Laughing.
You were laughing at my horrible dialogue. All right.
No.
No.
That's not what I'm laughing
Not
at.
at
Okay.
all.
Not at all.
So, as you are, we'll start with Werner.
Mm-hmm.
So he looks at you
Oh god.
and tells the guards, unchain him. And they do so.
All right.
Oh god.
So your wrist's all fucked up. Like,
Yep.
Yep.
So they push you. They push you out the door.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And you head into this other smaller room.
Yeah.
And as you go into this room, it's this very like claustrophobic. I mean, the best way to say it is a torture chamber.
Oh my god.
You see there's different implements on tables. There's racks. There's a larger table that you might be on. There's shackles, up against the wall, or chained into the wall, embedded into the wall. And yeah, it's a torture chamber. It's very small.
Yeah.
But in the corner of this room, there's it is. It's an intimate. It says intimate individual interrogation.
Does? Oh my god.
Oh
So intimate.
no. Glad I'm going first.
And so Hardstadt walks into the room. In the corner of the room, you see it's very dimly lit, but there is a little stool and a woman, an old hag,
Oh yeah.
is sitting on the stoop.
Okay.
She looks like this.
Ah!
She's
Okay.
evil.
Sorry, pass it around.
Pass it around.
We'll all be seeing her in turn.
Yes.
Yeah. Does she have that look on her face?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's just kind of staring with glowing eyes.
Ooh.
What color glowing?
Green.
Green.
Oh, the poor hag.
Yes. So,
Ain't easy.
She's a multi-Academy Award winner.
That's right.
yes.
She's alright.
Now you may
Madrid,
remember earlier you have a little flash of recognition.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Was she at the inn?
Thank you, Renae.
Oh my god, bonus
PhD,
point.
Well remembered.
Dang,
PhD.
left early on top of it
PhD
for this one.
situations.
Yeah.
5 months later.
Okay.
Later,
Yep.
it's a steel trap in there. I'm frightened.
So, there is a woman
Yes.
that was in.
I completely remember her.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You remember that this woman was sitting by herself in the dark corner of the inn with a small begging cup on the table.
Yeah, yeah.
She watched them, and she had some wild. She said her name was Synovia,
Zenobia.
and that her home was burned and her village destroyed in the Turkish Christian fighting.
Okay.
So she had a small cup of soup and a warm place to sleep, but he doesn't let anybody else know that he was taking the innkeeper.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, I even put Crone on my character sheet.
There you go. You remember her. So it's the same woman, only her eyes are glowing green and she's looking at you.
So I'm just gonna walk into the room. I see this torture rack right in the middle of it.
God.
I'm just gonna get up on it. You know, just like,
Yes!
alright,
Burner!
let's do this.
I do too! Strong.
Hardstadt just shakes his head at you. He's like, get up.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So you're sitting on the table.
Imagine you just kicking her.
Yeah, my legs are sort of dangling a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
Letting him kick back and forth.
So he gets right in your face and says, "What is the conspiracy of the Giovanni? What are they planning to do? Tell me now."
If I knew, I would tell you.
He turns from you, and when he turns back to you, he's holding this like long dagger. And he comes up, he's walking toward you, and he's smiling. He's smiling, and he says, "I really need to know what they're about to do." He's getting closer to you. "I need you to tell me now everything you know." And he's getting closer and closer.
Do I have one of my shaving razors on me?
Oh my god.
No.
No?
You sure?
Shit.
Do you have a secret one maybe that you stashed
Yeah, like
somewhere?
inside my doublet.
Can there be
Okay.
a roll? Maybe? Okay.
Alright.
So, as he's coming in with the dagger, I'll just say, "Let me spare you the effort." And I'll reach in my doublet and pull the razor out and just slash my own throat.
Oh my god! Whoa! What the hell?
Wow. So another point of lethal damage.
Yeah, I'm racking it up, baby.
Wow. So you do that, and the blood is like coursing down your chest.
Yeah.
It's staining your shirt.
Yep.
Hardstadt just looks at you, disgusted,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and walks away.
Oh my god!
The guards take you, bring you back into the larger cell.
Okay.
So when you all see him come back, he has a throat slit, and he's fine.
But he's alive.
He's alive.
Well, when I try to talk to you, it just makes a bubbling noise out of my throat.
Oh my god!
So like little bubbles just
Yeah, like little
foam.
foamy bubbles.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it's
God.
just staining your. But you're
it's still
feeling
alive.
weak. You're feeling weak.
Yeah.
So lose a blood point.
Lose a blood point, yeah, for sure.
Jesus.
I'll just fall down.
Well, no, they chain you up against the wall.
I'll fall down in my chains.
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So they open up your.
I showed them.
He says, but we can't understand. He
All right. So Antonius, you get removed from your shackles.
Okay.
And you're escorted by the guards into this claustrophobic room. You note the old lady.
Okay.
Do you?
Yeah, I want to walk up to her. If they're not holding me.
They're not holding you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll walk up to you. Do you remember me?
Oh yes, my child. I remember you very.
What do
very
you
clearly.
remember about me?
I remember that you, you had much to offer the Giovanni.
Did I? What did I have to offer?
So during that conversation, Hardstadt walks up and pushes you away from her.
Oh, okay.
It's like, you don't have. This isn't time for these little conversations.
Of course not. I'm in hell. Yes.
So he's just he's like, I'm afraid, dear sir, that this is very, very real.
Yes, of course it is.
You hear from
My
the other
eternal
room,
doom.
Hell is very real.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Antonius, is he being held?
You're kind of free. You're just like, you're now been kind of like thrust into like the main part of the room.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to start walking around to all the
So you're looking at everything.
Iron Maiden or whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they have one of those.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Where do I start?
Oh, it's not for you to start.
Okay.
It's not for you to start. So he's just looking you up and down. And
Sure, you pick then.
Thank you. You would do well to respect. You would do well to respect your betters, which is what you really weren't doing. So he's walking up to you very, very slowly. What you were not doing when you were conspiring with Claudius Giovanni. Tell me what you know.
Come closer.
Oh, so he's just like, he gets a little pissed. He walks up to you and he yells in your ear and says, "Tell me what you know."
Oh my god.
Damn.
I'll tell you. We're all dead. Yes, and then he starts laughing.
Oh my god. He's like thinking like,
Damn it, I broke their brains.
so he mutters. So he turns to the old woman and says, "I'm afraid we have a Malkavian here.
Oh boy.
Or maybe we have multiple Malkavians." He just starts thinking about that prospect, not happy. Take him away. So the guards. So you're
And he's laughing all the way
down the hall. So
Yeah.
they bring back Antonius. He's laughing again.
He's in such good spirits.
Always. So Father
Jolly
Alexander.
Antonius.
What?
Jolly Antonius.
Indeed.
Oh boy.
So Father Alexander, you are removed from your shackles
But of course.
and brought.
Wait, is Antonius? Am I walk past?
Yeah.
Oh, can I reach out and touch the bloody shoulder?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's what I'll
god.
do.
Ooh, nice. Very nice touch. So Father Alexander is removed from his shackles. He is brought into the chamber. You notice the old woman. And Hartstadt is looking at you.
I'll nod towards the old woman since I've seen her before.
And she nods back. So you, my friend, are a very... I know you. I know you. You tortured one of my spies
Oh my god. Oh my
at
god.
Giovanni's dance. Did you not?
Voops.
Did I?
Antonius is going to learn about you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Are you just smiling at him?
He refused to confess his sins.
That's right.
So in walks the spy.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god!
You kill him.
Damn.
Didn't you like take a cat of nine tails?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
it was
he
messed
was-
up.
I did
It was-
such good stuff to him.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Great.
Yeah, it was
This
good.
is so awkward.
That feeling when the man you tortured walks into the room.
Walks into the room.
I know that feel, bro.
Oh.
All right. So Hardstadt says, "You tortured one of my spies, you witless fool.
Oh Jesus.
And for that you must pay."
Father.
Excuse me?
Father Alexander.
Corrected you. 3 snaps.
Your god doesn't exist here. That's all a sham. But what I will say to you is, for harming one of my spies, and so he turns to the man who's looking at you,
How
and
does he
says,
look?
he looks beat up.
Okay.
He definitely looks beat up.
Okay.
And Hardstadt turns to him.
Trailing flesh rat.
That too. And says, "Is this the vicious dog who harmed you?" And the man says, "Yes. Yeah, he's the one."
Why did you even need to ask him?
Excuse me?
I told you that I'd tortured him.
Well, I mean, were you dominated? Obviously. And the spy, he looks at the spy, looks at you. You were forced to, right?
No.
So Hardstadt smiles. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. And so you are okay. So they take your vestments off. And they string you up on the table. And the man who you, basically, he takes the cat of nine tails and wails on your back for... okay, so you're enjoying this? Alright, okay.
Is it good that they strap you to the table? Because otherwise you're...
Oh, yeah. I just, can't wait to put that horsehair vest back on.
Right?
That's sweet, sweet burn, baby.
Alright, so he's torturing you, and so as this is happening, Hardstadt is noticing that you're enjoying it.
It's not good.
Damn
That's
it.
not a good thing. So he tells the spy, stop that. So he kind of crouches down at your level where your head is, and he says, I think it would be actually better if you were totally numb. If there was no way for you to actually feel this pain, because you're obviously enjoying it.
Got the one.
Oh, how much damage did I take?
So that's gonna
good
be
question.
2 points of aggravated damage.
Aggravated?
Yes, it is aggravated.
Wow.
Sure.
He really wailed on you, like hardcore.
Down to the bone.
Yeah, pretty much. So I need you to tell me what is going to happen.
Oh.
You must know. What?
What do you got?
Give me 1 second.
Okay. All right.
Sorry for the delay, guys.
No,
My
it's okay.
scripture isn't as good as it used to be.
Oh no!
I love it.
DailyBible.com.
Loving it.
Let's see. The revelation from Jesus Christ, which God gave him to show his servants what must soon take place. He made it known by sending his angel to his servant John. Then I just start reading through Revelations.
Okay.
These to the angel of
Alright.
the church in
So-
Ephesus.
When you do that, he boxes your ears.
Oh.
So your head is like hanging over the edge of the table, and he just takes his hands and like that.
Oh.
That's a bad one.
Yeah.
Mop.
Clean up. So the guards drag you out of the. They drag you out of the. So your eardrums are ringing,
Yep.
buzzing. You can't hear anything.
Yep.
And you are taken back into the cell.
Bashing damage?
Yes. All right. So the guards come for
Epiphania.
Epiphania.
Oh my god.
Entertainer on the run.
Yes. So they take you to this chamber. Hardstadt is waiting there. He's just leaning against the wall.
Do I see the old woman?
You do see the old woman.
I'm going to rush to her side
Ooh.
and bend down to her lap and pull the bunch of flowers she gave to me out of
Oh, yay!
and say,
Nice.
thank you, grandmother. These have been a source of comfort in this dark place.
Oh.
Yep.
So when you do that, she pulls you close to her, and she's stroking your hair. And she looks up at Hardstadt and says, she shakes her head.
Like,
Whoa!
And he looks at her and says, if it wasn't for your witchy ways, I would be going against you. I would be torturing this woman, but I'm not going to. And so she just does that. So he leaves the room, and she's in the room with you. She starts to talk with you and says, I know you don't know anything, the details of the conspiracy against the Cappadocian, my little babe. But just tell me the truth. What's really happening?
over dinner, they spoke in metaphors mostly. They did seem awfully pleased with themselves. They felt that they had managed to be tricky and elusive, and they were celebrating. Though what precisely, or against whom, was not specific. All I know is we were abandoned as distraction, and we were nothing more than a celebratory feast.
So she's been gently stroking your hair as you've been talking, and she then pulls your face up to her. Suddenly, without even realizing it, her pinky nail is slashing your cheek.
Oh.
She gathers up the blood from that cut and she tastes it.
Oh, she's got it.
And she dabs the fluid on her tongue and says, I know you're telling me the truth. And she then knocks on, she has like a little like walking stick with her, so she raps on the door and the guards come in and take you back to the cell.
Okay.
So as Epiphany is coming back into the cell, the guards come for
me.
Cicero. They take you off the wall. Oh, me.
My turn.
Yeah, you think Hartstadt would be tired by now. But anyway, he's even more pissed than ever.
Right.
So they usher you into the torture chamber. You're seeing this room for the first time.
It's very small.
Yes, it is a very small room. There are a lot of tools around. There's a lot of various things. There is a little mini, surprisingly, there's like a little mini stove. There's little irons in the fire. And Hartstadt is looking at you. Do you notice there's an old woman in the room as well?
I do.
And she's looking at you.
Yes.
And you hear something in her mind.
Oh, whoa.
In your mind. You hear something from her to you.
I hear a voice.
You hear a voice.
What
an
is
old
the voice
woman's
saying?
She says, I know you're a blank slate. Just put up with him. And you'll get through this.
Fine.
So
I recognize her as the authority in the corner. I'm waiting for Hartstadt to speak to me.
he doesn't speak to you. He just walks up to you with he pulls an iron out of the fire. And he's just pointing it at you. And trying to back you into the corner against the wall or against a seat or somewhere.
Oh. Have you ever had a massage at Ojo Caliente?
It's similar?
If you have, you've been in that room, I'm going to the corner.
Oh my god.
So he's backing you into the corner.
Yes, I'm backing into the corner.
Oh my.
And he gets really close to you.
Yes.
And this iron is like between you.
Highly intimidating to me.
Yes.
I don't care for it.
No. And in fact, wait, do perception plus
Alright.
oh shit.
Fine.
Alertness.
Okay, alright. Help me define perception.
Perception is in your attributes.
Mental.
Okay,
Perception
plus
alertness. So
Which is talents.
talents.
Okay. Is talents.
There.
Jesus,
So
that's a
add
lot of
those. Add those dice pulled together. Difficulty 5. So 5 or better is a success.
Hold it.
1, 2, 3. 3 successes?
Oh, sweet. So as this iron is between you, it's illuminating both of your faces. You
Yes.
see a flicker of fear, even
Sure.
though he's holding this hot.
That's what you want. Yeah, of course. Why else would you torture someone?
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
So I'll
he's
say,
looking at
better you get blood from a stone. I know nothing. 48 hours ago, I was walking with my donkey in the woods.
Chooch.
Chooch! Chooch! Chooch!
There's so much blood I could be drinking out of Chooch.
Bloated!
So Hartstadt looks at you and he turns from you and he just roars in anger like, ah!
Sure.
And he throws the iron against the wall and he leaves the room. And the guards collect you and take you back to the chamber.
Well, he's kind of pissy.
Yeah.
He's in a pickle.
Primo.
Well, he is.
So, can we have a moment here since
Yes.
Oh, man.
Antonius did the...
What have I learned?
What have you learned? Alright, so you're gonna take the number of dots in your willpower.
Okay.
Okay, that's the number of dice you're rolling. Difficulty is the powers level plus 3, so it's only 4 difficulty. So...
Oh, way down here. Okay. More
is that
difficulty.
5? Yep.
Yeah.
So 5 dice against a difficulty 4.
Okay, so that's this
But
one's out.
there's a 1.
And this one's out.
Nil.
I have a
One.
4.
1. Okay.
4.
Also, you have to spend a blood point.
Okay.
Oh no, she doesn't.
Why?
No,
I have
Antonia
one
doesn't
left.
have any blood points.
Oh, you don't have any. So then
she
you
has
can't.
one.
No, she
Can't-
has one. She just said she had one.
But
Well, you can't.
you can't
you
like
can't go
that's
out.
it.
You
That's
can't
like
go
your
out.
health.
Tank.
That's like
No.
that's like your hit points basically.
Oh, okay.
All right, so never mind.
But you'll
Can you
know
tell
for
me
the
what would have
future.
happened though?
With one success, you would have gotten like
A little
very
bit of
little
a-
information.
yeah, a little
But I would have. Okay, so just you don't have to tell me what exactly I would have learned, but what sort of information?
Wait, let me see.
would
Let me
have
look that
been?
up since I'm the GM.
That's
Oh,
fine.
yes.
I'm just trying to help out.
Minioning. We have double.
I'm just minioning here.
All right.
Yeah, you have all the art he has craft for you.
Yeah. It's really weird. In Dark Ages, it's like you have to taste. It's like kind of different. You have to taste it, and then it counts as a blood bond.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which
So you
is
have
nuts.
to really pick.
You have to really want it.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, but we're going by the
Yeah.
And so the old
20.
woman is Tremar.
apparently Tremere. Yeah.
Yeah, because she has the
she?
skill. Well, she
Yeah.
has the skill.
She can do blood magic.
Well, she knows blood magic.
She
we
knows
know
blood
that.
magic.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So maybe that's a jump, but I. Didn't
So
know
she
that.
wouldn't have. Would she have? Was that a binding at least on some level with
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Just checking.
Oh damn it.
Because she just touched it. She
Yeah.
Where
tasted
was it? Did you?
She's the
Well, she touched it to her tongue,
She
right?
did
So-
taste it. She did
Yeah.
taste it. So it's my bad.
She just tasted
Yeah.
it. That's all.
Well, what's
that's-
the difference?
Yeah.
It's like you have to drink. Like have
No,
a
it's
drink.
like
all right,
feeding
all right, all
someone.
right.
It's like if you were really low,
Yeah.
unconscious, like you're about to die, for instance, and someone comes and offers you some of their blood,
Okay.
and you feed from them,
That's a bond.
and you have to have like it's like you would be consuming enough to replace one of your blood points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Like
key.
they're giving you a blood point, and that's what it takes for it to create the bond. It's like
And,
that
and
kind.
and like blood points are sort of relative. Like even like you could drink from a donkey, but the quality of the blood is not as
Much
good.
reduced,
So they
yeah.
don't have as many blood points, even though they have more volume of blood. But like humans have
I get it, I get it.
5 or something like that.
Oh, I
I
thought it
think
was
or
8.
or 8.
8?
Or
Yeah,
9.
it's 8.
8.
And then, but you can only take 2 from a human without like endangering their life, basically.
Sure.
You can take, you
Oh
know,
my God.
like 2 blood points basically equal to like donating blood.
Like a pint.
Yeah, it's like a pint.
Okay, so
All right, so yeah, so you would have just touched it. You would have determined how much vitae he has, if he's a
That's
vamp,
about
like
it.
the fact that he's a kindred. So you may have suddenly felt this like recognition, like we're the same. And then like how recently he is fed, and then like how old he is.
So maybe even though the blood ritual didn't go off, maybe an awareness roll.
I think yeah. So let's
Okay.
do that. Let's do alertness or no awareness. Do you have any dots in awareness?
Yes.
And so add awareness plus perception.
Yeah.
And just that dice pool, and that difficulty.
Oh, thank you.
Difficulty 6. Difficulty 6. 6 or better.
Ooh,
Whoa.
there we go.
No ones, and I got a 10.
Great.
Nice. And so how many successes?
You said 6?
Yes,
Yeah.
2 successes.
Yeah. So I've got a 6 and a 10.
Perfect. So you feel this like kinship with him, like you don't know him from anyone, but
Okay.
you felt like, oh,
Wow. Yeah.
I know you.
Your blood is my
Okay.
blood, brother.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it happens.
We're brothers
Alright.
on some level.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah,
like,
awareness is basically like
supernatural awareness.
Perception.
Okay.
So cool.
Okay. So
Very cool.
you're all in the chamber again with each other.
So we're gonna spend the night chained to this wall.
Well,
Day.
Oh, am I clothed again?
you are closed.
Oh my god. Scratch.
Yeah.
That itch.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of indulging in something here. Would that be enough to get back a willpower?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Are you just
true.
like rubbing your back on the wall in a really illicit way?
Pretty much, yeah.
So Hardstadt and then that whole other group of
Yeah, that.
assholes come in, and I'm biased, and they come in and they're all looking at you. And so Hardstadt, and then along with the old lady.
Yeah.
So she comes in and she's looking at you all, and he turns to her and says gruffly, "Old one, what do you make of this rabble which has provided such poor entertainment this night?" And so she walks up to each of you, looking at each of you, and she's kind of clucking to herself and muttering to herself in a language that none of you really understand at all. And she spends a little bit of time with Epiphania and looks at you and nods. And she turns to Hardstadt and says, "Well, my young giant, it seems none of your little chicks is a rooster. They are blank slates, tabulae rasa, knowing nothing of our world. Why, they don't even have the sense to recognize that they've been hatched anew, let alone what to do with their new wings."
Metaphor is getting very complex. I think to myself. I think to myself.
I'm trying to use the throat just like.
Yeah. Well, if I could do the sound of someone talking with a stoma, then I could do that. But
Yeah.
that kind of clicking sound.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. So Hardstadt's looking at you once he hears her say that. You see him holding his gauntlet. It's all bloodied and
that's nasty.
full of hamburger.
Chunky.
And he just throws it to the ground, just being a total diva. And then you see him casually reach to a servant in the room, and he just starts feeding on him.
Oh my god!
He just starts draining him.
And I'm looking on
He's
like so jealous.
Yeah, like hungry.
What? Yeah. How are you feeling about this? Yeah. When you see him do this,
Licking my cracked lips, you know.
I'm drooling.
drooling
Yeah.
blood.
Drooling blood?
Yeah. You.
I'd start breathing really heavily,
okay.
like breathing
Like the
enough that
lips.
the horsehair starts getting in there.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Lick lip.
And then how are you feeling about seeing this display?
I'm perplexed.
Yeah.
This is like what?
What's going on?
What?
So the servant falls to his knees, and Hardstadt just sighs like, oh. Rolling his eyes.
I like that he's like emotionally eating right now.
He is. Or he's like taking a shot like these fuckers.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
all right, then let's have done with it. Off to the roof with them. No. Sunrise is only a few short hours away, and we have much yet to accomplish this evening. So when he says that, then the woman who you saw initially, but my Lord Hardstadt,
The dark haired one.
The green-eyed woman.
the green-eyed woman. Yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't believe in wasting resources, even
That's it.
ones as trifling as these.
I resemble that remark.
I would be happy to blood bond each of these to myself so they can do us no harm. They could then serve us, helping us to track down their errant sires who have knowingly broken the traditions of Cain.
Wow.
So he suddenly starts laughing. And some of the other founders start laughing too at him, or laughing at her. Like, do you think this night's exertions have knocked the brains out of my body, Mistress Fanchon?
Oh boy.
No. You shall not blood bond these neonates to yourself, Tremere. If their masters come calling for them, then they could betray us. So, no, that's not happening. So then the short person who is balding, Rumpelstiltskin with the warts.
Funny.
Rumble works.
He's picking at one of his particularly pustulant warts.
Oh, nice.
Oh God.
And kind of thinking and
Jesus.
saying, and saying, they are powerful. They are powerful, though, Hardstadt. They would make most excellent slaves. And he's just picking at his warts.
No more.
And then so then the medium.
She's playing the X card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The medium
Safe
boned.
word.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was Baked Alaska.
Cacao.
Let's say cacao.
Cacao. So then the medium boned handsome dude says they are ignorant and could unmask us all.
That's true.
And then he points to Epiphania and says, although I could be persuaded to take this one for a slave.
I roll my eyes.
Ouch.
I would be rich if I had a dinar for every time I've heard that.
So then the tall woman with the rosy cheeks, who looks a little crazed, she says, perhaps I could take a few and blood bond them to me, and then I'll have full control of their minds, and I'd be able to turn them against each other. And then, so then she just starts rambling.
So they're basically bidding for us.
Yeah.
It's a bidding war.
Yeah.
God.
And then
This is fun.
she's like, so then she kind of trails off and she's like, and then I'll eat their marrow and I'll eat their flesh and then that'll be the end of them. And so she just keeps going. She's just
babbling.
Yeah. And so then suddenly they just start debating. They start yelling, and they're just like, no, I want them. They're idiots. No, we should keep them. They know what's going on. No, they don't. They don't know anything. And so all of this is going on and on and on and on. And then suddenly the old woman says fairly clearly, fools all of you. And they're like, don't interrupt us.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
She's gonna fuck them up.
Old woman.
Yeah.
It's gonna go all yoga.
And Hartstein even says, I warn you to overreach, Gypsy.
Huh.
You are here at our forbearance. So, but the old woman continues, you waste even the middling opportunities and precious resources God hath set before you. Do you not see that cowering before you are the perfect spies?
Coward.
But they're weak.
Yeah.
They're weak. They're unknown. They don't know any. They'll turn on us at any time. Old one, Hartstadt says. So after a pause, he looks at you and says, as all of you, and is saying, well, but why would the conspirators even trust these pathetic creatures? Were I a traitor, Claudius Giovanni, I would strike them down ere they cross my threshold. And the old lady says, what if he does? If they die, they die. And you lose nothing. You would not lose in killing them yourself. And he says, you're mad as a Malkavian. And she says, mayhap I am madder yet, but I have foreseen that these unworthy fledglings have an important role to play in our tangled schemes. Yes. Behold, an egg newly laid at dawn. So she brings forth this egg.
Behold!
Yeah.
I need to do that more in my daily life.
You do! Behold! A grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
So she has an egg. So she's walking past each of you, and she will with an arm that seems longer than you realize,
Ooh.
she will reach up and roll the egg over each of your heads as you walk by. As she walks by each of you, she's rolling it over gently.
She touching her heads with the egg?
She's touching your heads with the egg, and so she's looking at all of you. Her eyes glowing green, and a servant brings forward a bowl. So in front of everyone, she cracks the egg in the bowl. It's a shallow dish.
Yep.
And there is blood where there should be a yolk.
Yep.
And a white. So blood is spilling from the innocent egg.
Yep.
And she turns to Hartstadt looks impressed. This is the first time you've ever seen him like,
Yeah.
whoa, shit. Like looking actually impressed and awestruck.
I am impressed.
She says, I'm not unskilled in the arts of my people. And I can tell you that this is a sign that these chicks aren't meant to play a part in this you are meant to play a part.
Oh, God damn it.
I did the whole
We're done. Go home.
Well, up to the roof we go.
All right, here we go.
That took a turn.
Sorry, you are meant to play an important part in this long and bloody drama. Just what part that is has yet to be seen, but they must be allowed to play it. So Hartstadt and the other people in the room look long and hard at the blood and the eggshells in the bowl.
Oh, she threw the shells in
yeah,
too?
Okay. It's all there, just the blood and the curdled egg and
I'm not gonna have to get the shells out.
it's awkward.
It's the worst omelet ever.
I like the texture personally.
You do?
So Hartstadt speaks finally. Your gypsy divinations have not been wrong yet, but I do not fully trust you. Still, the hour grows early and I'm wary of this. You had best be right about so crucial a matter, ancient one. So be it. We shall allow the craven neonates their lives, that they may serve as dogs tracking down those who would break the traditions of Cain. So he turns to you all in your chains and stares at each of you with a chilling gaze. This evening, the 5th day of April, 1444, I declare Giovanni and his fellow conspirators anathema.
Okay.
Nevermore will the other children of Cain give them succor. They shall be hunted to the ends of the earth, and where they are found, they shall be slain in fire for their sacrilege.
Damn.
And he smashes a fist into his mailed hand.
Good thing he took the gauntlet off. Yeah, was it Giovanni and his
and his fellow conspirators are anathema.
Okay.
So all of our
Anathema. A-N-A, yeah. All of your
That's an issue.
That is an issue.
And so when he does that Robin-like move with the fist and you shall be our dogs. You shall hunt down your fathers and mothers, destroying those who unlawfully gave birth to you. And if you do not, you shall join your begetters as anathema, and no devil or god known to kindred or kind shall save you from my wrath. So he turns on his heel and stalks from the room. Total drama queen.
Yep.
And his retinue follows him. And when they're gone, the old lady looks at you and says, "May you justify my faith in you. Return and tell me of your efforts." And then she leaves, and the room is empty.
Wow.
And my throat makes a farting noise.
I know, when you were saying he was like giving us the chilling gaze, I was trying to resist the urge to like wink at him.
Epiphania.
So a moment later, your good friend Rodrigo comes in with two servants.
Swoon slightly.
And he says, "Well done, lads and lass." And he begins to enchain you. "I'm rather glad he spared you. I feared when I delivered you to that hellish place that I would never see you again. Now let's get you cleaned up."
Yes.
So the servants bring buckets of warm water and fresh clothing into the cell, and they help you clean yourselves up.
Wait, this doesn't seem like hell.
Well, do you say that out loud?
Yeah, maybe.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
under my breath, but maybe someone hears me.
Rodrigo hears you and kind
Okay.
of chuckles a little bit.
Yeah.
And so he binds your wounds. So all of you who are wounded, with your various things, he bandages you up.
Nice.
Nice ointment for that.
Yes. And he gives you, yeah. He gives you some new clothes to wear.
We're going to need a lot more gauze for this one.
Bring some more gauze. And so, they give you the clothing of tradespeople. So if you were a noble, you're dressing down. If you're not, you're like, ooh, you're a peasant. You're like, this is pretty nice clothes.
It's a wash for me.
Yeah, you don't care.
It's kind of mousy and dowdy, actually. I'm like,
Actually, I was going to make a big stink about my burnt doublet from the torch thing.
Oh,
so, yeah. Your oath of a servant burned my doublet.
The guards did, not the servants. Okay.
Well, I call a guard a servant.
All right. So once you're clothed, Rodrigo leads you through the catacombs of the castle to a room with a long table. There you see there are some casks in the room, and they are filled with blood to slake your ravening hunger.
Yep.
So at this point, he gives you these bowls and goblets full of blood. And so you can fill up your hit point or your blood points all the way to max.
If we're at 7th generation,
Yeah.
it's going to be pretty high.
How many? What's our blood pool?
It's going to be at least 15 because I know that's 8th.
Yeah.
I know that's 8th.
3, 4, 5,
Right.
6.
So there's 20 boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me see here.
Might be 16, I don't know.
So we really were almost dead, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So you're filled up. Yeah, we'll just say for now 15, and then I'll research, and then we'll see. Yeah, we'll do 15 blood.
That's fine.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
So you are feeling like restored.
Amazing.
You're feeling the best you felt in some time, and at the same time, you may be noticing that your heart isn't beating, your lungs aren't working, but you are animated and you feel great.
Yeah, I realize I've been breathing reflexively this whole time.
Right.
And then I stop. Is there enough blood that I could drink up to full, spend 3 to heal myself, my lethal at least, and then refill?
Yes.
Oh, likewise.
Yeah, so keep refilling. So you're just there.
Chug.
Exactly.
You and me, Larkins.
Right. Just fill it up. Although Antonius, you didn't really have very much. I mean, you did get slapped, right?
Right, but
Yeah.
but you did have some.
Yeah, I had some injuries from.
Yeah, so
Cicero had.
and Cicero
and that's
did.
gone now.
Okay, good. So so heal
Feel like
yourself. Yeah, so you can all heal. You're feeling really good.
Good enough to lick my fingers.
That's
To
what
coin
you
a
said.
phrase.
So Rodrigo smiles at you and says, "All right, well, so So he's sitting there at the table with you all, looking at you, and says, "Well, so you're kindred now. Do you know what that means? Do you have questions for me?"
Kindred, judgment.
Oh, so Lord Casimir got you, I see. So if you have questions about your new condition, I'm happy to help you.
Rodrigo, may I ask, since it is apparent that you are also kindred, how long ago were you?
Oh, well, I'm not kindred. I'm a servant. We'll just say I'm a servant of. I pray to God that I'm never undead, but what I will say,
Get him!
Yeah.
but I serve them and I live on their blood, and it gives me the strength of the devil himself.
Oh, wow.
I'm content that the blood does not poison my soul, and that my Savior keeps me yet.
So he's still a human?
But I'm a servant. I'm a servant of Hardstadt, and like I said, I do live on their blood. It gives me a lot of
Right.
skills
Madre
and
de
strength.
Dios.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Blood pool's 20. It's
20.
generation.
Okay.
Oh,
Fill it up, guys. Fill it up.
all right.
Yeah. I know.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
That is great.
Woo-wee.
Fill it up. All
Fill
right.
up that corpse.
Well, that is
Yep.
interesting that you would see fit to serve and yet not
Yeah, isn't
not succumb, I suppose.
Well, yes, I haven't been tempted to. I see what you endure, and it is, again, not for me.
this is bad.
So as you're sitting there talking, and if there's anything, so as you noticed, you may have felt fear when the sun was coming in the window of your cell.
I'm putting two and two together.
You need
Are
to
ya?
avoid sunlight.
So, well, I'll turn to Antonius and be like, we may not be in hell, but we are damned.
What's the difference?
I like imagining you like chortling blithely.
Yeah.
What did you say?
So yes, you want to avoid sunlight. You want to avoid being staked. Sunlight, the sun.
Well,
You want to avoid.
how do you do that?
Staked regardless.
Yes, a wooden stake through your heart will render you unconscious, but it won't. You won't be dead, but they could do things to you while you're staked.
Horrible.
Creepy.
Would we have reacted at all to the sign of the cross?
Right.
So you don't. So you realize that you didn't react to that, and you now as your friend Werner here said, you do now walk among. You are now among the ranks of the damned. You are the walking dead. You have powers of hell at your command, and unless you're destroyed, you will continue forever.
What do you say to that, Father?
Continue forever.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
According to some, you have forsaken your soul and cannot reach salvation. According to others, well, the kindred have many rumors.
So it was mentioned about the doctrine of Cain. Is that of Cain and Abel?
Yes. Yes.
I see. Then working from the Christian text, how can your master say that there is no God?
That is still in question, and there are rumors. And in fact, this whole conspiracy has a little bit to do with that,
I see.
which you will see.
Way to ask the tough questions, Father.
Yep. Straight to it.
So at this point, what are you doing?
Just checking what my obfuscate can do.
So that's what I'm saying. So as you are sitting there and you're filling up your blood pool, what is your highest ability or
It's a tie
discipline?
between Auspex and obfuscate.
Okay, so suddenly you are feeling like you can sense more in this room than you could ever see before as a human.
Oh.
And in fact, you're also feeling like maybe you could see things that are unseen.
What it reminds me of actually are my seizures.
You tell me.
I do. It reminds me of my seizures because now I can suddenly see glowing light around everybody.
Yes. So, okay. Yes. All right. So that...
yeah. You've got the aura chart, right?
Yes.
Or a chart.
Oh my.
Wait. How many? Are there 20 total?
What's up? Was it?
Yeah, I don't know if there's 20. I was going to have you roll a d20 and then...
Well, it's just based on what they are. I mean,
Right.
you know.
So... Yeah, I don't want to go through the whole list.
No.
Anyway, so you can see auras.
I can see auras in different colors, and so it's reminding me of my of my seizures, but I can control it now. So it's very exciting to me.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. What's Antonius's highest disciplines?
Dominate.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you're feeling like you have this power that you would be able to control someone very easily. More so than you could as a human, like as a mortal.
Do I sort of know that I could control other vampires or other people
Other
like
vampires,
me?
other kindred, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Kindred.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah.
What are your disciplines?
My highest is vicissitude, of course.
Okay, so how would you express that?
I think probably while we're talking, I'm like idly, moving my hand on my arm, and then all of a sudden, like the skin starts moving, and like I move down, and like the finger like lengthens, and then like I bring it back.
It's like moving your finger through soft cheese.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Jade, what are your disciplines?
Mine are fortitude and protean.
Okay, so you feel stronger than you ever have before. Super, super strong. But how would protean express itself?
I kind of feel like I was probably watching him with his finger. I'm like, oh my, and like kind of like reflexively and like a claw.
Yeah, so these like gleaming claws like come out of your fingers. Yeah.
Like both of us have finger stuff.
Look at that. They both like snap back real quick.
Yeah. All right. And so, Cicero.
I have them split across
Basically, we're all on mushrooms right
That's okay. That's fine. Yeah.
I have animalism, chemistry, and fortitude.
Okay. So, like with the fortitude, you are feeling like sturdier than ever,
Right.
like, than you ever did as a
Feel my
mortal.
spine in a brand new way.
Yeah. And with the illusions, maybe. Well, how do you think that would express itself? Like that has to do with illusions.
If
and
there's
creating
anything
illusions.
reflective in the room, I'm
Yeah,
seeing
there's a
that-
couple things.
I'm seeing that if I stared at it really long, I could disappear into it.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
the
love it.
animalism is not really. I don't think. I'm aware that there are some rats underneath certain.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can hear those children of the night.
Yes.
They're good. They're good.
They are. They are. And so you're feeling and sensing that there is some newness to who you are now. Like these are these new abilities.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
It kind of helps with the whole pain.
It does. It does. And you're no longer in any pain. So
Oh, good.
So when you're realizing this, Rodrigo says that it's time to sleep.
Yeah.
Day is approaching. He takes you to a large common room filled with cots and makes sure that you're all tucked in. And says, we can talk more tomorrow evening. Sleep now, and I pray it be the untroubled sleep of the angels.
Oh.
And he closes the doors, and it is completely dark.
Okay.
And you are sleeping? What are you doing? You
Well,
do feel this heaviness. You do feel
very
this subtle
fatigued.
heaviness of fatigue. For the first time, your eyelids, you can barely keep your eyelids open.
Is it just like a stone floor?
No, we're on cots.
Cots.
Oh,
We're on
we
cots.
have cots. Okay.
Yeah.
We're cool.
No, you're not. Please, he's treating you well.
Well, that's good.
No. So anyway, so yeah, your eyelids are so heavy. It's like you couldn't even keep them open if you wanted to, unless you wanted to.
No.
No.
Just collapse on the first cot.
It's been a bit of a day.
Bit about 48 hours.
It's been a bit of a day and a night.
Yeah, it has. All right, so I think I'm happy about this because I think we're actually
We're at
gonna.
a good point.
Yay! Well, but there's 3 scenes and we're only gonna get to the second scene, but it'll be a good cliffhanger actually.
No, it's good.
It's okay.
Okay, how long does the third scene take us?
You want to take a 5-minute break first?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Okay, so
Water break, tea break,
Anything?
no, I'm
Snack?
good. I'm good. Thank
All right,
you.
we're good.
little snacks.
I'm good. We're ready to go. No, I'm good.
Rock and roll.
So
Cleveland.
suddenly, in the darkness, your eyes flick open.
Oh.
You're awake.
That's not supposed to happen.
It does flick open though, and then the door opens and it's Rodrigo greeting you. Good morning, or should I say good evening?
What?
So
Rodrigo.
as
card.
he is, So as you, it's a good thing he's so cute. So the main thing that you are noticing is that your wounds are pretty much all healed. You're no longer in pain. You
I have
are,
to feel for my disfiguring neck spigot.
yeah, you don't. It's not there anymore.
Thank God.
It's not there anymore.
Severely marks down the merchandise.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well,
What? What are you talking about?
The neck spigot.
you know,
Well,
some guys might be into that.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's fresh
right.
jello.
Based on her current company,
All right.
No, there was a whole category of prostitutes in 1920s Berlin. No reason why I would know this. Who were like hunchbacks, and they got like 5 times the going rate because they were deformed.
Sure. That's
So-
like beggars in India.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the same concept.
Yeah, yeah. So they hunchbacks or amputees, so they
You
can
get a little
charge more.
extra.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
The
go on.
spectacle of it. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So you're feeling fine. You actually feel
Yeah.
restored to where you were before you went to Giovanni's manse. You are completely clean. You're like your appearance is just you feel completely intact.
We look the way we look.
You look the way you looked when you went to, except you're
Next bigot.
paler.
Oh.
No. But my clothes are different, and that's key to me. I really need to have better clothes.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Well,
pretty-
and I'm a tailor. I need to.
Alter some of your things.
Yeah.
So Rodrigo comes in and says, "All right, let's." Hardstadt wants to see you.
Oh, that
Yeah, so he brings you. I know. So he just nods knowingly and says, "Let's go."
Just want to like.
I know. I know. He's adorable. So he brings you to a room filled with military maps marked with trade routes and vampiric boundaries.
Oh, no, that's
So
It's
you
labeled as vampiric boundaries. I'm
well, then like why
Losing my
is
question.
red?
There
Losing
are.
my question.
I thought you were
Like
making
red or
fun of the term because I thought it was funny at first too. But he basically has like this military map. There's trade routes, and then
Okay.
you see these shaded areas in different colors with different names. So you see Malkavian, you see
Oh.
Gangrel, you
So I
see
see some familiar words.
You do. You see
Okay.
Tremere. You see other words.
And it's a geographical.
Ravnus. Yeah, it's a map.
A map like composed like. How much territory is it covering?
It's covering pretty much all of Germany and
So it's like one of those 15th century maps that has like the little
Yeah.
words on it and the
Yeah.
towns. And
Yeah,
those.
I'm just trying to get a sense.
oh yeah, wait, you're not in Germany. You're in
Well, we're on the marches, aren't we? We're on the like Austria, Hungary kind of.
yeah, you're more in that zone. But
in the
Hardstadt's from Germany.
Or are we in Carpathia?
Yeah, Carpathian. Yeah. So you
Okay.
see basically all of that,
Okay.
and then the maps and the boundaries shaded off and the trade routes.
Yeah.
So, so you're all standing there in your clothing, you're restored. And he's looking at each of you and says, "You are puny, immature, and naive.
Thanks.
This guy.
Yeah.
However, there's little we can do about those most unattractive qualities.
Fine.
I shall therefore aid you immeasurably in your hunt for your conspirators. Listen closely, for I become choleric when I'm forced to repeat myself." And he looks at Werner specifically. Claudius, Giovanni, and his conspiracy of Isaac meet in any number of places, huddling together to plot and scheme like the scofflaws and vagabonds that they are. They think they are safe in their little havens because they are so adept at scurrying away like rats when their betters come calling. Yet, like rats, they seldom fear their own. So you see him walk over to another servant and like take a sip from him. Like he just like grabs him,
It's just
he's a glutton.
takes his wrist,
oh.
Yeah.
throws the hand down
Oh.
Damn.
servant's knees buckle.
a little bit.
Well,
So therefore you shall present yourselves to the anathema in the Inn of the Lion,
All right. Okay.
where my sources say they often cower after being routed from more comfortable nests. Do not attempt a frontal assault on the anathema, for you have no hope of destroying them.
Okay.
Instead, sue for peace. Present yourselves to them and beg they take you back.
Okay.
Tell the vile traitors that you escaped from my clutches by overcoming Rodrigo.
Okay.
Bring him with you as proof.
I'm right here, sir.
Exactly.
He just winks at you. He just winks at you.
All right.
Bring him with you as proof and say he is dominated by you.
All right.
So he looks at
All right, so he's our
Antonius. Yeah. Tell the conspirators that you found them by asking Rodrigo to take you to all of the places where he had seen them. Watch and learn all you can. Find out when they intend to attack Japheth, Cappadocius, and tell me. And if you can, destroy them one by one. This will remove the burden your unlawful sires placed upon you at the moment of your rebirths.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have any questions for me? You probably do because you're so stupid.
Of what unlawful burden do you speak, sir?
Unlawful burden?
Yeah. Yes, you mentioned that destroying them one by one would release us of what unlawful burden they placed upon us. Of what?
You
burden
shouldn't have
do you
been
speak?
born.
Oh, Jesus.
You shouldn't have been born. If you kill them, you're gonna make good on them creating you in the first place.
Okay, so that's a
And you
redemption.
can leave and live your unlives however you wish.
Ooh,
I don't even want to know how boring that would be, but
Oh my god!
anyway. Any other questions for me?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
can I have a sip of that one? And I point to one of the servants.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were pointing at me.
That's beyond cheap.
There'll be time for that. There'll be time for that.
Oh, we all lost a blood point, right?
Yeah, you all. So
We did?
dock a blood
Yeah.
point. So every night, every day that goes by in the morning or in the evening, you will erase a blood point.
Just automatically?
Automatically.
Automatically.
Yeah.
Called the draining.
Okay.
It is called that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Capital D.
So do you have any questions for me?
Can I have my old clothes back?
No. I've burnt those. They're gone.
I burnt those. I put them in the incinerator.
They're gone.
I see.
I'm sorry. I didn't know they meant so much to you.
They don't just hand out
actually
those
did.
robes any old place.
I got him to apologize.
Oh, you did! Yes! Damn!
Shit.
All right. So if you have any other actually purposeful questions about your mission, you're aware of what you need to do. You go to the Inn of the Lion.
Right.
You
We have
encounter
Rodrigo.
your sires again. You have Rodrigo. Say that Rodrigo brought you here,
Right.
and that's why you're there.
Right.
And find out everything you can, and then bring the information to me. How much easier can I make it for you? Werner raises a hand. What do you want?
Well, actually, what I am raising my hand in character, but I'm also curious. Can I see in his aura that he has any like diablerie marks or anything like that?
Yeah.
You
Sniff
know.
him out.
Oh yeah, I want to know about my aura. You
I want
read it
to
off this,
sniff
like,
up on him. Give me the rule book. I need to see the
Oh,
mechanics for this.
shit.
I do.
I need to empower my own character.
No. Look it up.
No.
Compelled.
I'm taking on Hardstadt's rudeness.
Okay.
No,
No.
it's only about me.
Fool.
Fool.
You'll know what I tell you.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So it looks like with auras, using this power, the vampire can perceive the psychic auras that radiate from mortals and supernatural beings alike. These halos comprise a shifting series of colors that take practice to discern with clarity. Even the simplest individual has many shifting hues within their aura. Strong emotions predominate, while momentary impressions or deep secrets flash through in streaks and swirls. After the character stares at the subject for at least stares at the subject for at least a few seconds, the player rolls perception plus empathy, difficulty 8.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Note
Each
to self,
success
put points in
indicates-
empathy.
Yeah.
Each success indicates how much of the subject's aura the character sees and understands. See the table below.
All right.
So really quickly,
Perception.
What's that?
Okay.
one success can distinguish only the shade, pale or bright.
Okay.
2 successes can distinguish the main color. 3 can recognize color patterns. 4 detect subtle shifts. 5 can identify mixtures of colors and patterns.
All right. I'm going to spend a willpower to get an automatic success.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Wow.
And difficulty 7. Okay,
8.
So difficulty 8.
yeah.
That was right.
Yep.
All right. Well, still got one more. So I got 2 successes.
Wow.
Oh shit. Okay.
Consulting the oracle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I need a
Yes.
D100.
What? You rolling randomly?
Get the
I am.
Zaki.
Because I don't know what Hardstadt's about. Really.
Oh, okay. But can I see any diablerie marks? That's my main
That's what I'm
question.
gonna. That's what I'm gonna find out.
Oh,
Oh.
shit. Leaving it up to the dice gods.
I am. Because I don't know him.
Not like that.
Not that close.
Okay, so what you see is dark blue.
Okay.
You do see some black veins in it, which you don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But you see dark blue.
I have an
veins
inkling,
of
though.
black.
I have
Can't be good.
You also see I mean, it's very pale. His aura is very
Yes.
pale, like most vampires have a very pale aura.
Pastel.
You also see lavender, and you also see green.
Okay. But what kind of green?
Regular green.
Just like a this green?
Middle.
Yeah, like a Kelly green.
Oh, Kelly green.
He's an Irish.
He's he's from Germany.
The lavender and then
He's an Irish brew.
Anyway, so all right, you detected his aura.
Right, so I see these black lines radiating.
Couple of them,
Yeah.
very subtle.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So I'm raising my hand.
Yes.
I'm raising my hand.
Yes.
Let's see. So I don't know exactly what they mean, but I sense that they're bad because nobody else has them.
Right.
Right. So,
Well, you haven't really thrown your aspects on other people.
well now that I had that moment earlier though where I was like, oh, the colors, I
Yeah.
can see the music, and all
Right.
that stuff.
Right.
So,
Well, none of us have the black veins.
exactly.
No.
No,
Right.
you don't. Not yet.
Right. So,
Not yet.
No.
all right. So I'll say, what are you doing to purge the evil from your own soul?
Holy shit.
I see it upon you.
Wow.
Is his whole retinue here with us too?
No, it's just him.
Okay.
So you see him pause. He looks at you. He looks away. My focus now is more important than my soul. We are talking about the whole of our society. We're talking about the whole of kindred unlife. I'm not important right now except to direct you where to go and who to take care of.
Very well.
Okay, so that makes. I have a question now.
Yes.
Why are we against him? Why
Against
are we
Giovanni?
Giovanni. Why? What? Conspiracy of Isaac. What is that? Is that too big of a question?
No, it's a good one. If you must know, I have to prove their guilt and demonstrate the need that we have to band together against renegade kindred like them. They're renegades.
If you do not care what happens to us when we are kindred, then what purpose does it serve for us to fight for uniting? If we are not also kindred, what do you care?
Durgasin, the old one, she said you had a part to play. I'm not here to question her. Her portents are usually correct. That's the only reason why I'm humoring you jokers.
Oh shit.
Part 2. It's my favorite phrase. You whelps.
You jesters.
You whelps.
Yeah.
That's it.
My allegiance is unconvinced.
I agree. Yep.
In my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my head I'm like, I don't know.
Typical
this
gay
guy.
girl. Alright.
He's lying.
So,
Make a case for me.
Exactly.
I am done with you. I've already told you how to get there. And so as he's kind of wrapping up with you, the medium-boned, handsome man comes into the room and is looking at you all, smiling, really like, hi. And he's sort of focused on each of you, like just staring at each of you, like seeing what he can get out. And then Hartstadt's like, Raphael, what do you want? And
Raphael wandered in.
he says, you know why I'm here.
Oh shit.
And Hartstadt's like, fine, just say whatever you want and just be quick about it.
GTFO.
So he smiles at you and says, I want you to know, since you are now all kindred,
Okay.
about the Masquerade.
Oh god, this is his pet project.
It is. Anyway, I won't tell you anything
Not
else.
building a float.
The
Yeah.
It's on the
Masquerade.
committee.
Exactly. Rotary.
The Masquerade is something that we must maintain. You know about the Inquisition going on. we are particularly vulnerable to the Inquisition, and we must maintain our masquerade to avoid the final death. Humans fear what they don't understand, and they will now fear you. Priests who are supposed to be the embodiment of Christian love and charity will spit upon you.
Uh-oh.
No.
They will consign you to the fires of hell merely for existing.
True.
Even if you were the noblest soul since our Savior, they would destroy you even as the Romans destroyed him. So take care, my little fledglings. If it is only your survival that hung in the balance, then I'm certain Hardstadt would not care if you flaunted your natures, but the survival of all of us depends on you. We must all uphold the masquerade, lest we fall into the Inquisition's flames. No kindred, not even the anathema, will applaud you for bringing the Inquisition down on them.
Wow.
So you must speak of this to no one. And keep your condition quiet.
And that's the masquerade?
I'm gonna audibly.
Hardstadt snorts too, kind of. Really?
Wow.
Like rolling his eyes. So as Raphael's finishing up, some more servants come into the room, and the other people come into the room as well, and they just gesture to the servants like, "Have at it. If you want to feed
Yes!
now."
So I'm gonna reach out.
You're gonna grab? Okay.
How
Yeah.
many servants are there?
There's enough for each of you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can find a servant, and then, and so how do you feel about this? This is like a live.
I really
This
don't
is
like
a
this.
person.
I got
Yeah.
big
Living and
issues.
breathing.
Big issues with this.
Big problem.
I don't care for this.
You don't care for it. You're not
No,
into it.
I'm not doing it.
What? Until you're
I've
into it.
embraced it. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is-
you're into it.
yeah.
I
this is
used to
great.
bleed people professionally, so
Right.
really not a big deal.
You're not. You have a problem,
No.
Father Alexander.
Do I need to roll something to keep from draining them completely?
We'll keep self-control. We'll keep an eye on you. So roll your self-control. Difficulty 5.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty full already.
Yeah.
Exactly.
exactly.
But it's just doing it. It's probably
Yeah, it's the first time, it's... Oh, yeah, that's 2 successes.
okay. So you do.
It's the first time feeding from someone like, actually living, so it's
Yeah.
it's this amazing feeling.
Visceral feeling.
That's true. We're all.
This is-
And they're-
It feels good.
It feels very good.
I'm basically taking communion right now.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah, you're communing,
Well said.
and the servant is also into
Cue
it.
Up Feels
Yeah.
Good by Tony.
So this fills up our blood pool again? Like,
Yeah, so you can fill it up if it's empty.
We can go
What are
up
your
to-
thoughts,
can go up to
Epiphania on this?
I actually have kind of a middling conscious conviction.
Mm-hmm.
So, I also have no empathy though. So,
I have a conscience of 1.
I know.
So do I.
Mine's 3.
I don't care.
So, but you do also feel an immense pleasure from it. That it is pleasurable.
I think I'd probably do something civilized, like
Yeah.
take their hand, we'll go and we'll sit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
some eye contact maintained.
So self-control. So roll your self-control difficulty 5.
I got 1.
Okay. So as you're feeding, you feel something in you that feels wild, and
The beast.
the beast is rising. But you do stop. You do restrain yourself ultimately, but it's difficult.
Huh.
All right. So Cicero, how are you?
I'd prefer not to.
Self-control. Roll it.
Oh, do we all roll ourselves?
You can't. No, you don't have to. But I mean, you were like into
'Cause
it.
we were cool with
You
it.
were just like,
yeah.
yes, bring it on,
Yeah.
drain. But if you want to, roll your. What's your self-control?
What?
It's 5, but I
thought it
also
was
have
a
no
fox there
empathy.
for a second,
So
Roll self-control then. What
Okay.
what happened?
Well, I rolled a 1 and a 9.
So canceled it out.
So nothing. And my
So you
self-control
got 1
is
success,
4.
I think.
Yeah.
Which is 4.
So no
it's-
successes.
Oh, so
But no
so,
botch. That's good.
so the old lady Durgason comes up to you and she's like, there, precious. Stop.
Aw,
She's like
precious.
holding your arm. Please stop.
Stop what?
Stop now.
Ah! Okay.
Didn't
So
even realize you were feeding.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. So yeah, you're just
Okay.
like, oh, and then the servant kind of falls away
Okay.
and kind of collapses. And
Cracks his
so,
head on the
Antonius,
post-it.
what was your self-control?
Oh yeah, I made one.
Okay, so you're fine, but you barely stop. But you're feeling this like it feels very pleasurable, feels good.
Yeah.
But there's also this thing that's building up in you that's like you almost can't control it.
Okay.
It's very on the periphery of your consciousness.
Yeah.
Does
Okay.
it leave a mark when we feed on someone?
It does.
Can I,
Oh Jesus.
since I've already kind of like shaped mine, can I sort of just like rub a thumb over the marks and just kind of like wipe them out?
Neat.
Because I do have shaped flesh on others because I have 2 ranks and
You do.
yeah.
Yeah. So try it. Yeah. So what do you have there? Like shaped flesh. Let me see.
I mean, I don't know the specifics. I know it probably has to do with medicine and maybe manipulation
Yeah.
or dexterity. I'm not sure which one.
Oh man.
But that book needs a bunch of ribbon bookmarks.
It does.
I have post-it notes anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, post-its. All right.
we
Post-it.
do have post-its.
A lot of
but
post-its.
it needs to
but
be a
Done.
It has to be like done while.
methodical thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me.
Color coded.
Why doesn't it?
Exactly.
Look under disciplines. Maybe.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Can you see? Do you want the light?
I got it. I can see. I'm good. Thank you. All right. Fine. Chapter 4. This is like a.
Son of a bitch.
Sorry, guys. This is my fault.
No.
I think it's worth it.
We're learning how to use
No, it's
this,
worth
so
it.
you know.
No, it's helpful.
important.
Yeah.
All right. So animals.
Subchapter B, paragraph 8.
Basically.
Flip through all the blood rituals.
Yada, yada, yada.
Oh, I'm probably right at the end here. All right. Oh no, I'm not.
Keep going.
Oh, there we
it
go.
is.
Okay. So what did you want to do?
Shape flesh.
Shape flesh.
Fleshcraft?
Flesh.
Wait.
Correct. Vicissitude. I have 2 dots in it, so I can sculpt others' flesh.
Fleshcraft.
Yes.
Okay. After spending a blood point,
Okay.
you must grapple. Oh, well, no, this doesn't really. Okay, wait. Let me see here.
Spend a bullet point. Okay.
Spend a blood point. Dexterity plus medicine. 5. Wait. No. Difficulty 9.
Oh, because it's my
Because
first
you're being
time.
so precise.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
you're being so precise with
So
it.
dexterity.
Unless you
plus
want to like
medicine.
leave them with this like disgusting looking neck.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like a
Well,
weird thumb.
We're about to
pouch.
find out. Dexterity plus medicine.
Dex plus medicine, yeah.
It's a 10 and a 1. So it's a fail.
You botch.
No.
No, I have a 10, but
Oh.
1 cancels out the 10.
Oh, that's
So
right.
there you go.
Yeah.
But then the rest.
But no wins.
Only if it was a difficulty 8, but no, yeah.
Okay.
So no other successes.
All right. Well, no botch. So that's all
So you didn't botch it, but as you're as you're kind of like reaching your hand, the gangrel with the man with the wide innocent brown eyes and the long brown hair.
Not him.
He approaches and is like looking at what you're about to do, and he takes the servant and just did you feed from the neck or the wrist or the?
I'm thinking the neck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then he just licks the neck of the servant, and you see the wound is closed.
Ah.
And he just like kind of looks at you askance and walks away.
So, for blood knowledge,
Yes.
Do I get blood knowledge every single time I feed, or?
I don't think it's blood knowledge of mortals. It's just blood
okay.
knowledge of other kindred.
I see.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. All right. Well, okay. I was hoping for something else, but I guess not. All right.
A botch?
Go.
So
that was
What,
you.
going to the lion inn? Is that the next?
Yeah.
indicator
Yeah.
thing?
we can do this. We got this.
We can do
We got
this.
this. Okay.
Yes,
we get
push
one.
it.
Go.
We got this. Yes. Yeah.
Go team.
Okay, so as you're leaving, you're preparing to leave. Hardstadt, of course, has to get the last word constantly.
I know, right?
And so the servants are placing traveling cloaks on you, and he says to you, "You must be certain that one of the first conspirators you kill is Lady Jadviga. She was there at the feast. I know she was, and you may have seen her,
was.
Lady Jadviga. She is a very dangerous woman. You may not succeed in your task if you do not destroy her. You must destroy her.
Does she have a weakness?
Tips.
Yeah.
Well, that's
What's her deal?
Any pro tips?
pro tips on Lady Jadviga.
Weaknesses,
Weaknesses.
blind sides, tastes.
Let me see here.
What is she
She's
like?
very powerful,
What is she like?
but she's not a very good fighter. So
Okay.
you may be able to grapple with her. But just make sure you destroy her.
That's all we got, huh?
I also have a
Grappling. Yeah.
Brawl. Hello, Brow.
yes. Okay. So he finishes his instructions. You're free to head off into the early evening air. And you have horses and a carriage, and Rodrigo is driving the carriage, and he says, "Well met, my lads and lass.
Well, any weapons, by the way?
Shall we go?" No.
No?
Okay.
No weapons.
Have to whittle our own steaks at the fucking inn.
So, yeah,
Oh,
break it off.
duh.
So the coach is rumbling through the night, and suddenly there's a fallen tree in the path.
Oh.
It's just a quarter mile. You're almost at the inn. You're almost there. Rodrigo stops the carriage. Suddenly, you hear outside your carriage there are some brigands leaping from the woods.
Ooh, yummy!
Stand and deliver! They shout, charging towards your carriage.
Right.
So,
Go get them.
Dinner.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
so,
Exactly.
so you come out. So what do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna hop out of the carriage and are they on horseback?
No, they're on foot.
I see.
Excellent. Yeah. So I'm going to run up to one of them.
Just run up to them.
Yeah. Well, what do they have?
They have their swords. They're brandishing swords.
How are they armored?
That's a really good question. They're not well armored.
Response?
Yeah.
Rodrigo is jumping down from the carriage with his sword and starts to like fight one of them.
He gets a sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if he's engaging, then yes, it gets.
Right.
Yeah.
Then it's.
That's all good.
Yes, I suppose.
All right.
This is not.
So
how we
you,
do
but
things.
you kind of like
You should dominate.
Yeah, I'll just.
grab one.
Yeah, ooh, try your dominate.
Try dominate.
Dominate.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
dominate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominate.
You're a vampire. Use your
Yeah.
powers.
Yes.
All right. So dominate.
Alright, get the book.
Yeah. I don't have these memorized, so.
No, it's really.
It's kind of tough.
And you have dominate 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
wait.
dominate 3.
What?
I was gonna say, so we had lost a blood point waking up, but we just replenished
We-
Yes,
we are
you're all full.
I'm the
Full
only
up.
one who's less than full
because you.
because I used flesh crafting.
Right.
You attempted to.
It's okay. I'm about to fill up again.
Okay.
How many
So
brigands are there?
there's 6 total.
Perfect.
One for Rodrigo, the rest for us.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Technically, Rodrigo's will be
That's a
drinking
lot.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Dominate 3 is the forgetful mind. After capturing the subject's gaze, the vampire delves into the subject's memories, stealing or recreating them at his whim.
Huh.
What's
Forget
2?
2 is mesmerize. Verbally
go.
implant a false thought or hypnotic suggestion in the subject's subconscious mind.
There it is.
Yes.
And then command is 1, locking
yeah.
eyes with the
Command.
subject and speaking one word command. The subject must obey instantly.
Give me your dagger.
Yeah.
One word. It's a 1-word command.
Oh, okay.
One word.
One
Yield.
word command. Yield.
Oh, that's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah.
Indeed.
So it's up to you. So when you want to roll dominate, you have to roll your discipline plus
No.
just it. That's it.
What?
What?
No, it's going to be a different system for each one.
What do you mean? Oh wait,
gonna
sorry.
say
Manipulation. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, manipulation
Manipulation plus intimidation.
For command.
For command. For mesmerize.
Yeah, I want to go for mesmerize.
Okay, so you can
Wait,
verbally
that's
implant
the
a false.
second one, right?
That's two. Yeah, that's 2.
Okay.
The victim must be able to understand the vampire. The 2 need to maintain eye contact only as long as it takes to implant the idea. So that's manipulation plus leadership.
Huh.
Let's see.
It's underneath
Leadership?
intimidation.
Plus, why don't I have points in leadership? I guess.
Because you don't
Because you
have
probably didn't know that's the second level of that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So you can
You
spend
can
points.
try an unskilled roll, and since
Right.
leadership's a talent, you only lose 1 dice off your pool.
Oh, okay.
So your manipulation is 3.
So you do 2.
So you would roll 2 dice.
okay.
You can spend a point of willpower, though, to have an automatic success.
Oh, could I do that?
Yep.
Okay. And
Difficulty.
let's see if I get a.
Okay, so you're doing mesmerize.
Yeah.
Okay, manipulation plus leadership, difficulty equal to the. Let's see. Willpower. Okay, difficulty 7.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Let's see.
Oh, you only have to roll the 2 because you got an automatic success for willpower.
Oh, 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah. Yeah, you can reroll.
Ta-da!
There you go.
Oh, I got a 10.
Whoa.
Cool. So 1 success.
And then I spent a willpower.
So 2
So
successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So okay, so 2 successes. The subject cannot be forced to do anything that seems strange to them, but
Okay.
you
But
can
otherwise it can
you
be-
can maintain eye contact and tell them like. So this brigand approaches you with a sword
Yeah.
and says, "Ah, have it you."
The sword is so heavy.
Uh-huh.
You need to set it down.
So he's like,
It's heavy.
so suddenly like it's like his arm is like this weight,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh," and then he just drops it, and then he comes after you after dropping the sword.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
All right. So they're all coming at you.
Right.
Not sure what you all want to do. So Werner, what do you want to do?
Can I check myself?
Yeah.
Start with
Okay.
Cicero over there.
Cicero, what do you
So-
want to do?
I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna physically attack.
Brawl, do you have brawl?
I do.
Okay, how much do you have in brawl?
Just
2?
the 1.
1. Brawl and then strength.
Okay.
Alright, and so he's having
that's
this.
3.
Yeah, he's like wielding his sword at you.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is 7.
All right, I rolled 1 9 and 2 3s. So
Okay, so 1 success. Okay, so you are starting to. He looks a little intimidated, like, oh crap, and so you're coming for him.
Yes.
Okay. What action did you want to take? Like, how do you want to attack him?
I grab him.
Grab him.
Grab him by the back of the head.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Get him.
All right, so you do.
Yeah.
You do that.
All right, good.
And you find that you're way stronger. Like you're
Right?
like, whoa, this
I never
is
would have
easier.
done anything like this.
Yeah. Okay. And it's easier than you expected.
Yeah.
Epiphania,
Yes.
how do you want to attack?
I don't know. I think I'm just sitting in the carriage
Okay.
passively.
You're not attacking.
No.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Father Alexander.
I'm not going to attack, and I'm going to hold my hands up in suppliance, say, "No, we are all children of God. Let us not fight."
All right. So he's still coming at you with the sword.
Wow.
Okay. So Werner.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
So, it would be possible to switch some dots around.
In what?
Disciplines.
What? In what?
From obfuscate to dementate.
Sure.
Okay. So, instead of obfuscate 2, I've got dementate 2. Or
Okay.
dementation.
All right.
Yeah. Because I was just curious what it does, and it actually fits the character concept really well, which is that I can basically fill this guy's head with, I manipulate the sensory centers of the victim's brain.
Okay.
Letting the victim senses of vision, sound, sense, and feelings that aren't really there.
Cool. All right.
So I'm going to give that a shot. Manipulation plus subterfuge.
Okay.
Difficulty, victim's perception plus self-control.
So 4. Difficulty 4.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right. I have a specialty in manipulation of misdirection. Would this apply in this
Okay.
situation?
It's dark, so no.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, how do we see differently in the dark?
Yeah, you can see very clearly.
Oh,
pretty
okay.
well,
Excellent.
What did you say the difficulty was?
4.
4. Oh gosh. Well, 4 successes then.
Wow.
So,
What are you filling his mind with?
yeah.
Let's see. I got 4 successes. So, I have to spend a blood point.
Erase that blood point.
I
Okay.
will. Yeah.
Yeah, you all erase the blood point if you're using an attack.
Well, they don't always though.
Okay.
No, dominate doesn't.
Oh,
Oh,
Dominic doesn't.
oopsie.
I'm sorry. Then don't.
That's okay.
It says the precise effects are up to the storyteller, though particularly eerie or harrowing apparitions can certainly reduce dice pools for turn or 2 after manifestation. And this guy's going to be suffering from, because I rolled 4 successes, he's going to be suffering from this for 1 month.
Oh no.
Oh my god!
All right. So what are you gonna do?
Provided he lives that long.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
So yeah, as he's coming at me, is that what's going on? I'll just be like, look all around you. What do you see?
He's looking
How
around.
do you like your biscotti? No, yeah, but I'm just kind of,
He's looking around, just like.
Are
What?
the owls sweeping at you?
Oh,
Are they going for
Jesus.
your head?
The owl.
So he runs runs off into the forest.
Ooh, is he taking off running?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel a snap.
Now it kicks in. Now it kicks in.
So he's running off in the forest.
Bust out the
What?
carriage.
All right.
Chase him.
Yes. Okay. So you are
Nice.
chasing him. Love it. Yes. So you are chasing him through the woods. You see he's going toward a camp.
Ooh.
And there's a fire there.
Aha!
Amid the fire, there's a bunch of oil-soaked torches and stakes at this camp.
Oh shit.
So he's running in that direction, and
I bet I'm faster.
yes, you are
Oh my God.
much faster. So, so for that, I'm thinking it's gonna be strength plus or
Athletics.
stamina plus.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Oh,
there
to
you
chase him down.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he know that you're behind him? Does he know that?
He doesn't
can hear me.
I don't think he could. You're very stealthy.
I do
Cool.
have stealth.
Yeah.
Alright, what's my target?
We'll say difficulty 5.
That's 4 successes.
Whoa!
Oh, you got a one there.
So you
3 successes.
Okay.
Still good,
That's
still
still really good.
Very good.
So, before you know it, you are leaping toward this man who's running, and his poor brain is addled, but he doesn't.
Phantom owls are dying.
Yeah, he's running like this.
Sucker.
And you
Imaginary elves are back.
you catch up to him very quickly, so you're on him. What do you want to do?
I don't think I'm gonna think about what I want to do.
Yeah. Exactly.
Pop his
No,
claws
he's
out.
chasing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a dog after a rabbit.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how does that look?
Oh, this guy is just ribbons.
Okay. So you just grab
I'm pretty
him,
sure I'm just like
claws out,
probably like jump and just like knock him flat
Yes,
and
tackle.
then just.
slash.
Oh
Okay. So you're
And-
using
and
your
that
claws.
does cost a blood
It does
point.
cost a. So you're
Okay.
using your claws.
Just claws.
So yeah. So the claws out. Use a blood
costs-
point, but you're just slashing into him, and he's just screaming. Okay. So when you hear screaming
Oh my god.
and you smell blood.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
But you are full up, so you're not hungry or anything, but you smell it, and so
Yeah.
you know that blood has been drawn. Rodrigo is holding the man is on the ground that he was fighting with, and he's holding the sword at him. The other men are like suddenly a little scared, freaked out. They don't
And I'm
know
gonna grab the sword then.
Okay.
Once they're
Okay.
distracted.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you grab the sword from the other one, and Rodrigo.
Well, he dropped it, so it's.
Yes, he
Yeah,
did
yeah.
drop. He dropped the heavy sword. That's right. So, and Rodrigo is pointing his sword at the man that he has on the ground, and he's like, "Who? What is the meaning of this? What is this?" And they're like, "Oh no, we were hired. We were hired by someone to attack you. He told us to use torches and to burn or impale any of you traveling, but yeah. So it was just some guy." Rodrigo's like, "Who hired you?" And they're like, it was a nobleman he had a scar on his face.
No! Oh, you fool! And I'm gonna run through the guy.
Alright, down he goes. Gurgling away.
Easy XP. So
what do you want to do with the ones who are still, like the other ones who are alive, drop their swords after they see you kill the other guy? What do you want to do with the living ones?
Oh, drop your weapons, friends. You are all safe in the eyes of the Lord.
Okay. Edie's coming for you.
Edie's worried about Jen.
Edie's worried about Jen.
Oh, but she came to Renae
Oh.
See?
I mean, that was the stress frequency.
Yes, it was.
Oh, hi.
Okay. So what do you all do with the living ones? So there's the gangrel attacked one. There's the one that had the sword driven through him. So there's 4 more.
Okay.
What do you want to do with those 4?
Are they surrendering?
How attractive is mine?
Ah! He's a scruffy peasant type.
Tough.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah,
one.
you can tell. No, you can't tell if he's a diamond in the rough.
Where did you
I
meet
met an
this
impasse.
scarred nobleman?
Oh, he just at the inn, at the inn of the lion.
When?
Inn of the Lion.
Yeah.
It was
When did
yesterday. I don't know, yesterday.
How did you meet him? Did he just?
He just approached us. He hired us. He told us to kill you all.
Well, you were about to commit a mortal sin. You should pray for forgiveness.
Damn it, you're scary.
So So one of them kneels and starts praying, like, "Oh, you're full of grace."
Oh,
so he starts praying.
Get him.
So I'll put my hand on his head, and then just right into the neck.
That's our man.
All right. So any fill up any blood.
Thank you.
Things. So he's like, oh, but he's actually, then it's like, ooh. All right. Okay.
I thought you were going to use vicissitude to like push your fingers down into a brain.
Exactly.
No,
Not yet.
I'm hungry.
I'll use
All right.
Give us
Besides, I only have skin crafting, so I can only
That's
do
right.
flesh and
That's
right, you can't do
fat. I
bone
can't
yet.
do bone yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
Keep working.
Not yet.
So there's three remaining.
What are they? Are they wetting themselves?
They are basically pissing
Well,
themselves
sure.
and running away.
Of course.
Okay.
So Epiphania,
Are you running my way?
Yes. They're running back to their camp.
Oh shit.
Oh my god!
Your claws are still out too.
Yeah, this guy's just like a twitchy mass of pulp at this
He
point.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the first one who comes my way?
One brigand's like looking back as he's running, like, oh shit. And so he's running.
Oh yeah, no,
Toward the
I'm just
fire.
gonna clothesline him.
All right.
Take his head off with
All
the
right.
clothes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So his
yeah.
neck snaps very easily.
Oh my god.
well, that's
Well, that
no
was
fun.
fast.
And then the two other ones see that and they stop instantly and they're just looking around.
Oh, I'm backlit by the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back up by the fire. Yeah, they stop and they're paralyzed with fear. So, anyway.
Right.
Rodrigo calls out, like, Epiphania, we need to get back
Let's roll.
to what we were gonna do. Let's get back to our mission. Leave them.
Are you sure we should leave
Self-control.
them? They might come.
Yeah, her step
Annoy
said
us
no
again.
loose strings.
Oh my god, so you're busy doing
Guys, you're
okay.
like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna run.
Okay. Alright. So you finish them off. And walk.
the blood. Get some of the steaks too.
Yeah. You might want to collect some of the.
Steak.
Oh, I'm sure I'm just like smearing my face in it at this point.
That's true. Okay.
Wow.
She comes out of the woods and she's just covered in blood.
Yeah, like. Uh-oh.
Just daintily wiping my face off.
So
I'm going to
Rodrigo.
arm myself now. Like I.
Okay,
You have the
yeah.
sword. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to take any weapons?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Okay, so your cloak, so yeah, your cloak is a dark color, so the blood doesn't really, thankfully,
it's
but you
small,
are
it's absorbent.
yeah, exactly. So
I'm
you're
like
good.
sucking my fingers dry.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you all get back into the carriage. Rodrigo's like, let's
Probably
go.
full on blood points now too.
Yes, everyone's full up at this point. If you weren't already,
Okay.
if you chose to feed. Okay, so you finally arrive at the inn.
In at the line.
Reluctant vampire.
The Inn of the Lion.
Although, how much longer was it? Like,
It was like a quarter mile.
So,
We're
like,
like 15 minutes
15
away.
Yeah.
so I want to ask Rodrigo though.
Yes.
Like, well, I mean, I guess I wasn't there, but they said that they were there to ambush us.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys know that we're coming.
Right.
So how
It
are
would
we
seem that
supposed
way.
to spy on the people who know that we're coming instead of trapped to kill us?
So as you are disembarking from the carriage, he's like, "They're your sires. They want to see you."
Aww.
That's sweet.
He's like, "I can't say the same for Giovanni,
I
but
don't believe it.
they want
I
to
don't
see
believe it
you."
for a minute.
Moti.
Uh-oh, you say under your breath.
Yeah.
So, so with that, you head into the inn. It's a large stone structure. It looks more like a manse than an inn, actually. And there's a large sign reading "Inn of the Lion, established 1378." So it's vaguely unstable looking as you head.
Right.
Oh no, I'm sorry. There's a vaguely unstable looking wooden barn that stands against the inn's western wall. So you see the stable hands coming up to take the horses from the carriage and kind of maintain them. You go into the inn and the interior is poorly lit by small fires in these large fireplaces. It's very strange.
Cheapskates.
There's a gigantic hallway that's serving as the common room, and there's a number of large dark trestle tables that rest on fresh reeds and straw that's scattered across the broad stones of the floor. There's some small little tallow candles that are just flickering very bleakly on a few of the tables. So the only people that you see immediately Inside are a young serving girl about 10 years old who has dark blonde hair and big brown eyes. And she's spreading new straw on the floor. And then there's an elderly man working at a desk that's placed to take advantage of the weak light that's in the room, so filtering in through the high windows. There's no light, actually. Ryder, what are you saying? Anyway, there's no light filtering through the high windows because it's nighttime. All right.
God damn it.
So,
No, like wood filter? For
yeah, no, none whatsoever. Apologies. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So this man looks up as you enter, and then he quickly glances at the empty tables in the hall and goes back to his work. So, you're standing in a seemingly empty inn.
But he
Innkeep.
glanced at
Right.
the empty
What else do you
tables.
Yeah, he did glance at the empty tables.
Are they empty? I don't think so.
Exactly. Why don't you pierce that illusion?
I'm gonna sit down.
You're gonna sit down at a table, empty table.
At the one he glanced at.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh shit.
I'll join you.
Yeah, I will too.
Yep.
I'm called for the innkeep.
You're all gonna
again.
sit at that table.
No, I'm standing. I'm calling for
standing?
the innkeep.
Yeah, she's being.
Oh, so he
Innkeeper.
kind of looks up from his books. What is it?
I should like a bath.
About.
Oh yeah. Because you're still covered in blood, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw back my head and say my horse had a fall. I should like a bath.
Perfect.
Nice.
All right. So he looks, and then
My
he,
horse blew up.
Had a fall and
Found some
spontaneously
blackberry
exploded.
brambles.
Alright.
Like to.
So he looks at you, and then he kind of just goes back to his book.
Oh,
What? What?
Whoa.
Oh hell no.
It's another bad TripAdvisor review.
It's gonna be such a low.
So you're alone. You're alone in
Score.
this room.
Why did you put scare quotes around alone?
Okay,
Well, because the girl, the little girl, and the.
Oh.
I'm gonna grab the
Oh,
little girl.
Right.
okay. What do you
girl-
what do you do?
I'm gonna go up to the little girl
Okay,
Oh.
so she's looking at you.
and say, "Sweetness, can you tell me where I may take a bath?"
She kind of just looks away and just goes back to spreading straw on the ground.
What is with this place?
I'm going upstairs then.
Right.
Okay.
Right. You do it yourself.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we'll be sitting.
Yeah.
You're sitting?
Just sitting. Do I
Okay.
feel anything as I sit? Do I sense anything? Nothing.
Nope.
Where should we spend the day?
That's a good question.
So as you start to talk, there's another table, and suddenly Giovanni, Claudius, is sitting at this table, and he's looking at you, smiling.
Oh, brother.
And then suddenly, as though the shadows were the mask for them, all of your sires appear at the table with him,
Wow.
and they're all smiling at you with their little fangy smiles.
Fangy smiles.
Yes.
Damn it.
And
I can't resist.
please, he's what?
Go on.
So Giovanni's looking at you,
Wait,
chuckling.
can you have a picture of Giovanni again?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, refresh us on that.
Refresh our blood pool. I mean, our memory.
I mean, our, what?
Panicking.
many NPCs.
Too many NPCs.
So many of them.
Too many. I had him here.
So much fun casting these guys.
Oh, yeah.
He's chuckling maliciously. Please take seats that we may discuss like civilized folk. Whatever
that's
business you have with the conspiracy of Isaac.
Conspiracy of Isaac.
And then we'll fade out.
What? Oh
But we're fine at the children's table.
no! Oh my god, that's hysterical. Alright. Alright. Oh.
Yep. We'll fade out.
Fade out on that. Perfect.
I'd say that was even better than last.
I agree.
Yeah.
That was very fun.
Oh, thanks.
Experience.
Yeah. What did we
The
learn?
story.
What did we learn?
Nothing.
No, it's not the end of the
Oh,
story.
you're doing it at the end of the story.
Oh wow.
Yep.
So we're getting it at the end of the 3 chapters then.
You're gonna get it at the end.
Don't we get story words and chapter words? Don't want to be that guy.
You're that guy.
I'm
Fine,
I'm starting for XP.
Fine.
Hey, all I know is that some people here
If we
might
have to
want some
kill
points in
Lady
leadership.
Jadwiga.
Might want some points in.
Yeah. I need subterfuge. I need empathy.
Rhubarb.
Alright,
I mean, I could.
Peas and carrots. Peas and carrots.
Let me get-
It's page 124.
Okay.
Do you want
Yeah, just give it to me. All right, so yes,
123,
okay. So I appreciate
I
your
guess.
patience with this.
All right.
Process.
123.
What? Why are you?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So you get 1 point. Wait, do you know where your XP little spot
Yes,
is
down
there?
here.
Okay.
Lower right,
Lower right XP. You
Right.
get 1 point because you were.
because we're here.
We're at the end of. Well, no, get 2 points because you're at the end of the chapter.
Oh, yeah?
2 chapters.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Okay.
So is that 2 points or 1 point?
2 points.
2 points.
Because we did a chapter last time and then we did. Or did we go through 2 this session?
We did.
We haven't
You did 2
completed the second.
scenes. You haven't, but I'm giving you 2 from the last one.
All right, good.
Right, this
Good.
time and last
This time
time.
and
Okay,
last
so
time.
2 points.
Got it.
2 points. Okay, so Werner, quickly, what have you learned
I have learned
in this
that I can,
in this whole like 48-hour experience?
Yes, I've learned that I'm a vampire.
Okay.
I've also learned that I can control my visions and my you know, the hand of God, and that I can use that to find out things about other people and project it into other people's minds.
Okay,
So I'm feeling like for the first time ever I have control over this madness that affects me.
that's exciting.
It is. I'm tremendously excited.
Good.
Can't you tell by looking at me how
I
excited I am?
You're so excited. Antonius, what did you learn?
I learned that blood holds much more vitality than I could have ever imagined.
Good.
And that.
Nice. All right, so put down a point after you tell me what you've learned.
Yeah.
So this is a
You
third
get- You get another point.
A
Yeah,
third
you're
point.
you're gonna get a
okay.
lot of points.
Yet a third point.
What have you learned, Father Alexander?
I've learned about the philosophy of Cain.
Yes.
I've learned that the brother of Abel was the first vampire. I've learned about my flesh shaping abilities, and I've learned that there are 2 warring factions in the in our culture that we know about thus far.
Yeah, just the 2.
I've also apparently learned about a decent number of the different clans because of the map that we saw,
Yeah.
and how they each hold territory. Yeah.
Very good. Awesome. Epiphania, what have you learned?
I've learned that in this way of being this culture, even the weakest may rise to power, and that there are still worthy allegiances to be had.
Indeed. Nice.
Well put.
Cicero, what have you learned?
I have learned that I can do things without knowing I'm doing them. And I have learned that appearances are deceiving.
Yeah.
And what else have I learned? I have learned that I can sense creatures in a new way.
Animals. All right. Cool. All right. So role playing, you all get another additional point for role playing because you role played amazingly awesome.
Right.
Huzzah.
Let's see here. In terms of heroism,
Any outstanding acts of heroism?
not really. It's rare
Didn't have too
occasions
many
that
chances.
vampires can truly behave as heroes, risking all to let friends or even strangers escape from disaster or death. So no.
Yeah, we're really not.
Okay, so that's what you.
Yeah, no opposite. No opposite.
You remember how withholding I was on that one.
Yes.
That will really
Aaron
ever
was a
get
coward.
that.
Yes. So you can tally up your points.
Yep. What is the cost to get a new skill, a dot in one skill?
Yeah, can you just read
Okay.
the
So a new ability.
point exchange?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So the new ability is 3 experience points.
3, okay.
For new
A new discipline is 10.
A new discipline.
Yeah. A new path, like if our Tremere friend here wants to go on a different path, you have to use 7.
Oh.
So like you wanted
Why would
to
I
change.
wanna do that?
Exactly. Well,
That's
you
right.
never know.
Who knows?
There's like the dozen.
If you want to bump up,
Oh yeah.
if you want to bump up your attribute, it's your current rating times 4.
Right.
Okay.
For ability, it's your current rating times 2.
When you say pause, when you
Yes.
say rating, do you mean generation?
The
I don't
dots.
understand.
the dots.
The
So
current
Yeah, so
number
you're-
of dots times X.
So I have 3 in intelligence. If I wanted to get a 4 in intelligence, I need to spend 12 points. Is that correct?
Wow.
It's
for
times
your
4.
is that an attribute?
Current
Yes.
times 4. Yeah.
Yes.
So that would be 12 points.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Whereas to go from expression
So, in
1
fact-
to expression 2 would just be 2 points.
Right. So I'm gonna bump up. Honestly, I'm giving you each 2 extra experience points from our last,
the last
session
time,
for
yeah.
role playing.
Oh,
We should
thank
all
you.
have a total of 6.
Yeah.
About yeah 6.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Perfect. That works for me
So
perfectly.
2 more from that.
Thank
and
you,
then-
storyteller.
You're welcome. And then And you learned a lot last time too, so you get another extra point. So
Wow.
yeah.
Such generosity.
This is because we didn't really
We didn't
do it last time, and I want to make sure that you feel.
So I need to get a point. I need to get points in empathy and subterfuge. So I'm spending 6 points.
Do you mind going through the last of the point exchanges?
Sure. So ability was times two. Clan discipline. So if this is the one that's intrinsic to you, like Protean for Gangrel or Vicissitude for
The
Shemashi,
3 that we're starting.
the Protean, then that's current rating times 5.
Yes.
Other discipline, like if you want to just start up a whole different discipline, current rating times 7. If you want to take on a secondary path, that's current rating times 4. Your virtues are current ratings times 2, so that would be like your conviction and self-control.
Yeah.
Or is that self-control also? No.
Self-control, conscience, and courage.
Yes, so that's current rating times 2.
What's willpower?
Willpower is your current rating.
Right, it's really easy to buy
It's
up
very
willpower.
easy to buy up willpower. I recommend you do that.
Okay.
And then your humanity, also depending on what you're doing, humanity or path of enlightenment, current rating times 2. Sometimes that comes into play, but what are your humanity levels at right now?
I'm at 6.
You're at
I'm
6.
terrible. I'm a terrible person.
And then
also at 6.
6.
Humanity? Where is
Yeah.
that virtue? No.
1, 2,
I'm at 5.
You're at 5.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I did something pretty
6.
bad.
That's normal.
Yeah.
And then Antonius, what's your humanity?
6?
Okay, so it's fine.
Hey, David, what's willpower?
Yeah,
It's
willpower.
straight. So it's your
It's your
current
current rating.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my current rating is 5.
5. So it cost you 5 points to get a willpower 6.
Oh, okay.
See.
Oh, I see.
Interesting.
All right.
And for abilities,
So
I
Abilities?
need to put points in leadership.
So-
Yeah, it's
So that
current
would
rating
cost
times 2.
you 3.
a new ability costs 3, and then
each point.
in the future, going above 1 is the current ability times 2.
Current
Yes.
times
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's okay once you get the 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
can
yeah.
It's a
start
little bit
to-
easier to go
So yeah,
to
you
2.
spend 3 points to get that leadership 1
But
dot.
then you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted
Yeah.
to take it up to 2, that would
Yeah.
cost you an additional 2 points.
Right.
So it'd be 5 points total.
5 point. Oh, I thought
To
it
get,
was right.
two, to
Okay.
get 2
No,
dots,
yeah.
to
Yeah,
get 2 dots, it
it's
costs
5.
5. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Great.
good. That's really good.
Okay. So that would
So I could
leave
get.
me with 2.
I'm also actually going to give you 1 extra point
Wow.
because you survived against harsh odds and grave
We sure
dangers
as hell
over
did.
the past 48
Oh my.
hours. So I'm thinking that was pretty nuts. So you get 1 extra point.
Thank you.
So I could get another discipline.
Yeah.
You could.
Could we just save these?
You
You
can
can
bank
also
them.
save them and
Yeah.
bank them up.
I've got
yeah.
2 left. I'm going to sit on those.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
bank them and
For
that's
later.
That's
Yep.
what I'm also thinking.
I spend them all.
That's fine.
I know, seriously.
Yeah,
Sometimes
we're just starting out here,
Yeah.
so you
Suspension.
kind of got to build it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for humoring us.
Ooh, can I
Indeed.
see the book really quick?
Yes.
Oh, the book. You
The
run
book.
this game
The
too much,
book.
Jade? Do
No, I
No,
played
you
it
don't.
with another group though. 2 other groups.
Well.
Well,
They asked me if I'd run it. I was like, no.
No.
Okay.
Never.
No.
Personally, I think Jade would be perfect for running werewolf.
I
That's just me.
agree.
Really?
You really should think about
Oh,
it.
that'd be fun.
I'm still trying to get Masquerade together.
Yeah.
Werewolves, though, would be very compelling.
Yeah, it's all about raging against the death of the planet. You know.
Yeah, Jen, you would love werewolf. I think. I think that's your.
You have rage points, and you know.
Jen,
Close
It's all
to the
good.
bone, man.
Yeah,
express it. Express it somewhere. Get it out of your system.
You serve Gaia and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
Point. Make a point there.
That's why I love vampire, but yeah. Okay, wait. Let me look it up. Thank you all for playing.
Anyway.
Thanks for doing it.
Hope you enjoyed it, and I don't know. We'll talk about some things because I think there might be an opportunity for. No, not this one.
No?
Our 20th edition.
Yeah, should be.
What's our next meetup though for
You know what's
this?
so annoying? It may be. I mean, it may be as soon as next week because
Yeah,
I'm
if you
beginning
want
to
to, I
think
think
that
would
it might be a good way to end
Yeah.
this
Sounds
part
good.
because
Yeah.
there's 3 more parts to this.
Let's do it again next week.
But we can do it
Yeah.
again, and then I can close the door on this Last Supper, which is the first
I
book.
think
I was
that,
actually going to suggest you.
yeah, so much that would be.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a little bit more, but it's not enough, and it's not. It wouldn't. I don't think it'll take up the whole. Well, I don't know.
It might. If it's a short session, that's fine.
It's fine too.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the following week we won't be meeting,
Right.
and then we can start up on Sophia with
Oh, so
Yeah.
we're not meeting on the
19th. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.